Greetings and salutations, fans of Dota 2. It is I, Badger, here for some more League of Lads Season 7 action between Team Syke and Team Polar Ass. I am joined tonight by the one and only, longtime veteran of Dota 2 and member of Apes Imps, Doss. How are you tonight?
Why has everybody got to bring up that I'm old?
It's not. I'm sorry, this is a little hanging fruit, How are you, though?
So I'm doing pretty good. Just did my content show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I was there.
I'm really just here to
Thanks.
plug my show. So tune in every time, every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. I do the same thing every week because I'm too old to, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I do the same thing every week.
That was a good Mars Alpine team fight. You know what's better? Doss's content show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dear God, that's my Scott. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game here. Question: how do I mute you in game?
Okay, so you go to settings, right? You go to audio. You should be towards the top right of your screen like a mute code broadcasters option.
Okay.
You just hit that little buddy right there, and then bam, you should be good to
Wow,
go.
I nailed it. Use captions. What the fuck is use captions? That's pretty cool.
I assume that's for like hero sounds for deaf people or something.
Cool, dude. All right, I'm good to go. Oh, we have the draft going on. Is there a graphical bug in your game? Because there isn't in mine. AA isn't moving at all.
Yeah, it just does that sometimes.
Okay, cool. I'm not surprised at all by these picks. I'm surprised no lion pick.
Yes, we've also you mentioned there's been a lot of lion picks from lads this patch. But it did not get banned. It did not even get picked in the first pick phase. It chose a Hoodwink and A, which obviously are
crazy.
These high damage support heroes. And yeah, I guess Lion.
Greetings
and salutations, fans. Oh.
Apparently, we got these strong ass offlaners. They're just gonna fucking stand in lane, not take any damage, and then they're eventually gonna bully their pause one out of lane, take a tower.
Yeah, that seems to be how it goes. I mean, this DK pick is really indicative of where Dota is right now. It's just these DK picks everywhere you go, which is, I mean, in my opinion, never a good sign. It's like when in Smash Bros. When Mario is a top tier fighter. It's never a good sign. That's my same thoughts with DK, where DK is this vanilla kid, vanilla hero.
Mario's too vanilla.
Something's wrong. Yeah, he is.
Too many like grab up air combos.
Like it doesn't nothing fun. There's nothing fun with Mario. There's nothing fun with Dragon Knight. It's just you just kind of sit there and you do standard things, and I'm like, yes,
exactly.
This is not fun. Give me a more interesting hero, please.
Now, what is fun, I think, is Polar Ass's setup. So they take Hoodwink, which is a break, a pretty powerful break mechanic against this Dragon Knight. And in their ban phase, they take out Phoenix, which is a pretty, like percentage-based hero. It's pretty good against Dragon Knight. Take out the Ursa, or lane counter, and then take out the Viper, which is the break counter. So I like their draft a little bit more. It kind of synergizes with themselves a little bit more, whereas Syke, we're getting like an AA Mars, which is good, but then this Mirana pick, it doesn't really work. There's no reliable CC for the arrow.
It's going to be, they could potentially pick it in their last two picks, but a lot of the mids and the carries we've seen are not heroes that just have a stun, where you just use it on a target and then it can be a good setup stun. Obviously, OD would be an ideal hero for it, but once again, OD is not a commonly picked hero in this current patch.
Yeah, this draft moving very fast, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of reserve time for both teams.
Yeah. What do you think about this Abaddon pick? Do you think it's purely a response against this Mirana arrow?
I think it makes sense. You lane it into the Mirana, you tank the relatively low damage Mirana well enough, you shield off the arrow from your carry, you can even dispel it off yourself with the ulti by actively casting it. It's fantastic. It's a very sad time to be Mirana into that particular Dota 2 hero.
Yeah, and they're probably not gonna, like, if I was Syke, I'd just abandon ship. Like, so Mirana, you're on your own. Like, we're not gonna fucking synergize with you at all. You've been countered. Like, sunk cost fallacy, right? Like, just abort.
It's not like Mirana's that bad of a hero either. I mean, good shard, can build variety of items. It's problem solved.
Exactly. Just say you're playing pause 3, or like you're like a mid Mirana now from the pause 4. Who's the pause 4 player in Syke? I don't know any of these players.
I believe Joker's Fist is playing 4 now.
Okay.
I know they've been... Wait. Joker's Fist is not here right now.
Not what?
Let me double check real fast, make sure he's actually not here. Okay, I have no idea who's playing floor for them then.
There you go. I was like, what
I
Joker's
was going to
fist?
say I know who their floor player is, but I just don't see their floor player.
Who is that?
I know Team Syke has had some roster instability problems recently, which could contribute to that problem. But you never know sometimes with these lab teams, especially the more bottom of the table teams. It's just you never know who's going to show up some particular nights. Speaking of roster changes, Polar Ass has also done some player switching recently.
True, yeah. And like they've turned out the better for it. This actually seems like the best version of Polar Ass I've seen.
I think they've used like 8 or 9 different players this season, and yet here we are. They're still 7-1 right now. The record is actually pretty good.
Pretty freaking good, yeah. And this is the whole mid redemption tour. I mean, maybe not redemption tour, just Demption without the re. He's coming from the off lane, coming into this mid role, and I think he's taken a lot of flack for this change. People have assumed he's going to be awful, but I think he's just recently did the MMR grind. He dropped from his off lane immortal rank to like 5k something, and now he's back to immortal on mid.
That's one of those things where he went from being on paper one of the worst mids in lads. Now he's an average to above average mid in lads, which combined with his offlaner being an above average offlane in lads and his carry being an above average carry in lads means wow, you actually have good cores in all 3 of your core roles, and this team's suddenly very good.
Strong team. Definitely hurts losing their captain. I think Fatal Luna was their captain.
I think Cello's their captain.
Cello's their captain now.
Cello's obviously a mainstay.
Fatal Luna was a drafter before. Maybe.
I couldn't quote you on. I probably should not. I just don't.
Yeah, all right. Polar Ass, hit me up after on the VOD. Message me. Tell me if Fatal Uno drafted before and shot called for your team. I think Hull's a shot caller.
I remember watching Sonic stream a few times, and I remember there wasn't like one player talking constantly during the game, constantly during the draft either. It was a lot more of a good collaborative thing. That's
sweet. I know Cello and Hull, they grind games. Like they play a lot of games together. So they must have some good ideas about Dota. So there must be some good synergy there.
I got some friends who grind a lot of games, and they're very bad, so I'm not sure just grinding games is enough sometimes.
It's true. I play like 1 game a week. I'm the opposite of grinding games.
You know, I feel you on that one. I've been there. Used to grind the games. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. It's enough Dota for one lifetime. I'm good.
During high school, I used to grind games.
Oh, me too. Those are good times. I was playing like 6 to 8 games a day. It was.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, like I get tired after like a game now. I have to like take a walk break and like I don't know.
Like you play 2 games, they're both wins, and you're already tilted. It's like, yeah, I'm good. No more Dota for a day. I'll just do actual stuff.
Oh man, I wanted to stream today, and the first game I got like this Leshrac who just refused to TP. We're calling like, hey, this guy's died. Oh yeah, oh my god, I was so mad.
Yeah, Boots of Travel TP every time, and Mars had this Timber Sonder Tower, and then you physically have a chance of hitting. It was just so tilting.
Holy shit! And then the enemy mid, I flamed the enemy mid yesterday for not buying BKB against like Orchids. He was playing Storm, and he started flaming me. He's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Pause 1. You're the reason your team's lost. I'm like, maybe he's right.
And the hero you mentioned earlier, the hero you were talking about, this lad's meta-defining hero.
Yep.
Made it through every ban phase. Every pick.
You guys didn't watch content.
It's around.
Watch the content. It's so fucking strong. It's crazy. Although I don't really see the utility in picking it against this Leshrac Mirana team, but.
And we are being told that Shello is the captain and drafter, and we're assuming the long-term captain and drafter on this team.
Sounds good.
Makes sense. He is indeed the 5 player. A lot of 5 players and lads happen to be the captains and drafters of the team.
It's true. Yeah, they got nothing else to do. They don't have any impact on the game, so it might as well be a big brain. Oh no!
Doesn't Fun draft your team actually?
No.
Really? So it's
Skater.
It's Skater.
Yeah, Skater is a great drafter. He's been drafting for like all of the Eternal King seasons and now also in this season.
I'll be. But not a predicted map out. That makes sense.
Do you like this PA? I don't like the PA. You tell me, why does this PA work here? Why is this PA going to carry this game?
Shit, dude, I'm a carry player and I would not have picked that into this game.
No, that's not the role play we're doing. We're doing a different role play.
I think they have I
Positive
think they can timing window this with PA where she can buy the B Fury Deso BKB and then at that exact point she can just
Nice.
go in and do damage. Maybe she'll buy Aghanim Shard as well to break the DK. And
Yeah,
then at
that's what I
that
was
point they'll
thinking.
try to run it down with the Lesh and hope they win the
Yeah.
Dota game, and then if they fail then they just lose the Dota game. The only problem is they have a Luna.
They got a Luna. Yeah, like their racks are gonna be dead at 20 minutes against this Luna.
But a lot of carries are banned, so I think it makes sense.
Yep. This is a mid hoodwink. Something we're not. We should draw attention to.
We should have drawn attention to that. You're right, actually.
That's pretty fun. I think Hoodwink is a greedy core. I don't like her as necessarily as a support because I think if she doesn't get the kills, if she doesn't scale, then she doesn't offer that much. But I think with farm, like she has great lane shove. She's able to split as a comeback mechanism, and this immense amount of burst and utility coming out of her skills. I think it makes sense why you would want Maelstrom and Blink and some other of those items. And she scales really well with levels, so I like it.
If you had to prefer either of these drafts, I'm assuming you're on the side of a Dyer.
So putting me on the spot here. No, I think that the draft identity of Polaras is really good. You have this Luna who has this save from this Aphotic Shield. You have this pretty powerful backline with Hoodwink and Lion. And Luna as a frontliner is a pretty formidable foe because Luna just builds tanky items like Scotty, Satanic, BKB. So I think that the structure of Polaris' team, where they have saves, they have DPS in the backline, they have a tanky front line, I think that is too much for what the hodgepodge of heroes. I don't see the synergy coming from Team Syke's draft here. So I favor Polaris because everything's a little more cohesive. It's going to be easier to execute, and they're going to win at 32 minutes.
All right, then. That's a very specific. I'm on the same page. Not as specific, but I have the same vibes in that one where I like this Dire draft. You know what? Maybe rating can surprise them. Maybe they can just do some outplaying, some outmaneuvering, and show they deserve this win. But certainly it's going to be an uphill battle for them both in terms of team matchups, but also in terms of just literal Dota heroes.
Yeah, I think there's two abilities that are going to really contribute to Team Syke's win probability. That's going to be Moonlight Shadow and Leshrak's TP Scroll. I think if those two items are used well.
You were an expert on Leshrak's TP Scroll, so this point.
I know,
so
yeah.
I think we're all.
This Leshrak has to do a lot. Has to do a lot. Has to be involved in the fights. Has to shove the lanes because it's not going to be PA until Battle Fury. So if Leshrak can get a really quick level 12, I think that this is sort of the win condition for Team Syke. And Moonlight Shadow, if you can press this ultimate every single, every cooldown, don't let it go off cooldown, and get a couple kills with it, then they have a good chance.
We're seeing Cello is losing this trade bottom lane right now. Chilling is up in 4 as well, so Coral might even go for a potential kill here.
This double Fairy Fire.
Plus 4 damage. Now Filski's running out of no has Dragon Tail, so now Coral might be in danger. One stun is there. Cello's the second one.
It was a bait.
And they will kill Coral. He will go down there. First blood will go to Filski there on Dragon Knights. Guess it'll allow Flying Nightmare to grab 3 creeps, but it's not a worthwhile trade for Side of the Radiance.
Not bad. And during that, looks like Flying Nightmare has messed up the creep equilibrium. Let's hope not. Let's hope this lane doesn't push off this.
I think they've denied us range creep all as well.
Oh.
He's keeping nice in a happy little line right there. I'm surprised Filski's not trying to mess with it at all, but starting to drag. There he is. He's dragging the creeps now. Just starting to bring under tower, and now Flight Nightmare has to decide, hey, what am I gonna do in this lane? It's great for Filski to do that. But that's the fun part is I never get to cast with a carry player. Yeah. It's hey, I get to cast with a carry player. You get to look at creep denying. Yeah.
Yeah. We're really concerned about. I'm mostly concerned about Flying Nightmare's creep equilibrium because you can see right now he's getting punished, even though he moved just a little bit out of his safe lane tower, and he's already at 2/3 or 1/3 HP.
It's very sad. I mean, he has a stick and some tangos, but that's not enough to be happy. Oh, he's a salve. Yeah, good salve there from A.
That was the kind of salve that instantly gets disabled because it supports that get the fuck back.
Yeah, luckily for him, it didn't get disabled.
Yeah.
But Cello also has his own salve, so we will return to some more support trades very, very soon.
Now, one thing to keep in mind in this lane, I think, is going to be the regen on the supports. If this AA is going to have to invest a lot in salves, or else the lane is not going to go well for the PA. Like, ideally, the Radiance bot lane, the PA can come out of this with like a really high net worth, but the AA is going to be literally bottom net worth, like 500, like worth 500. Like, the PA already needs another salve.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually going to Blink Strike. You're looking for Chalamel. Cold Feet will not proc, though. Now Flying Nightmare has to back. The stuns are up soon for Dire. He needs to be very careful in the PA. It's a very, very sad time to be Flying Nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, nice. AA is bringing a salve. And, oh, something surprising is Victor seems to be dominating this top lane, but Sonic is also doing quite well.
Yeah, we've not looked much at this top lane. Obviously, there's not much kill potential for either team. Mirana can leap away, and Abaddon is, well, an Abaddon, so it's more in the middle lane. Obviously, middle lane where nothing happens until like minute 6 anyway, so
there's a Mirana middle. Let's see if this Mirana is
well, bottom lane as well. Cold Feet is there. Cheltenham will go down back to middle lane. Mirana, never mind. Mirana's way over there. Gotta be scared for a little bit. Bottom lane though, Dragon Tail and Breathe Fire were used on Coral. Coral went down there, and now all supports were traded. Though it probably is good for the Radiance, but now PA once again. Dragon Tail is there on Flying Nightmare. Filsky and Flying Nightmare are in a death duel right now. They're TPing in shallow. 6 are being used by both. In comes the couriers, and that's fun to watch. Meanwhile, Dagger and Blinkstick are once again there, but in comes Earthspike from Chillamel, and now Flying Nightmare is low, but he will walk away. Meanwhile, the Chilling Touch kills Filsky.
This snipe. Oh, Mirana middle with the setup. Can she hit the arrow?
She's got it. It's a hard arrow to hit, but if she can get it with no help, this is almost guaranteed to be a kill.
The whole city's 50 APM. You can hit that.
Never mind. Split Earth is missed, so now it's
yeah, rip.
You're gonna have to walk away. The equilibrium forces Mirana to go top lane, help her Mars out some more.
You know, I actually want Mirana to not come back to this lane. I want Mirana to just farm jungle or something and keep... This Mars is about to hit level 6. Like, just get this man level 6 and, like, get the fuck out of this lane. Just make sure the pull doesn't happen, sure. Like, this is a good play from this Mirana.
Right now, Victor is out-leveling Sonogod, so he'll have his 6 before Sonogod has, like, 6.
Yeah.
Sonogod will probably go to jungle, I assume, before Victor has 6, because once Victor has 6, it's just... very hard to keep it man alive now on Luna.
So Sonogod is actually ferrying out Gloves of Haste, Band of Elven Skin, which as a carry player, I would question. Like, when you're going treads first...
Bottom lane, that will be a kill on Coral. But go on.
Move Coral. So, like, if Mars gets this level 6, this Luna can't lane. So Luna should be itemizing to go jungle. And right now she's not. She's itemizing to win the lane. So in a couple minutes, we may see the consequences of this, and Sonogod may have a very hard game.
Maybe they're feeling ballsy. They're like, hey, we have Abaddon, we actually can turn out this Mars ulti. Not sure if it'll work, but maybe that's the idea there.
I mean, I'd like to be proven wrong. That'd be kind of nice.
I love seeing carries stay in the safe lane. Because it's a lot of offlaners, right? They expect the carry to leave, a 5 to be in the lane, and then to be able to push the T1 tower freely. Whenever a carry stays there, the offlaner's like, wait, I can't push the tower for free. What do I do in my life now?
Yeah. Ooh, Victor's fucking going.
Ooh. He's running Sonicgod's spear is there, but Sonicgod's now under that tower. Back to bottom lane. Never mind, but there's something happening in bottom lane.
It's just going to be a support dying. Oh, the Leshrac with 50% HP has navigated to the bot lane with this haste rune.
Alright, Dragon Tail is there on the PA. In comes the Split Earth. Actually, here comes the Earthspike. Now here comes the Split Earth. They're looking for Chillamel. They want this kill. Pulse Nova is there. Chillamel is low. So is
this is a good rotation.
Down goes Chillamel. Filsky. Filsky goes down. 2 kills. 1 to Fury, 1 to Jano TK.
This is like Oprah handing out experience. You know, like, you get some experience. You get some experience.
And they move right on down to that bottom tower, too. Glyph is there, though. But now they're looking for Victor top lane, but Victor is still A-okay.
I want to see Team Syke rotate instantly with this Mars. This Mars is the strongest hero on the map right now, maybe with this Leshrac. I want to see both his supports come up here and kill this Luna. Like, you have the ultimate, you need to use it now. I'm just going to put a timer. I'm going to keep track of this. I said that it's minute 7. I want to see when this Mars uses this ultimate.
It might be very soon. They have 2 rotating top lane, including Fury on the Leshrac.
You know, Leshrac really has given up a lot in this mid lane. This is whole city getting free farm for no good reason.
Alright, top lane, Mars Arena is up. In comes Arrow, will hit on Chupacabra, so Abaddon's certainly dead. They will not even use the Mars Arena, but they will involve Mars in the kill. They will get that kill there. Does that count towards your timer?
Yeah, well, now here's what I said about Sonic God. He doesn't have Mask of Madness, and he actually has, like, invested into Lunar Blessing instead of Moonglaves. So I think that his jungling ability is going to be a little bit suspect. Yeah, he gets bailed out. Never mind. Everything I was wrong. He gets Possessed Mask.
Just like all the analysis in the world does not defeat RNG sometimes, you know?
Yep.
I'm sure Son is so happy right now. Like, yes, I get Lifesteal +7 Agi. Don't need Mask of Madness immediately. All is well. Top lane tower is dead. They move mid as well. Bushwhack was actually missed by whole city. The Splitters was also missed. Now in comes Sharpshooter, in comes Earthquake. They're looking for Loshack. Loshack is low, but Loshack is still alive. Hex is there, they need a bit more damage, and the damage will be there. Down goes Fury, now looking for Cello. Is there anything? There's an arrow, it misses. Is there an arena? Is there a spear? Not quite yet. Chupacabra is here, he is healing. Now in comes Bushwhack, it's there. Onto the Mars. Mars is down to half HP. Now in comes right clicks from the Dire, but they're not killing him quite yet. Shield is used by Abaddon, but there is no longer any more kills. So the dead courier somehow, but...
Oh. That's his
That's a lot of stuff.
Career. His career it died top lane, and now it dies mid. Victor is having courier problems.
You have like 1,500 gold worth of stuff from the courier too. It's actually a really big deal.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see courier kills
to dive at tier 1 for no reason. Sorry, Victor.
Sad tale of the Mars.
Yeah, dude. Alright, Dragon form used bottom. Good night, tower. Flying Nightmare, please leave. Get out of here.
Yeah, Filski is just hitting it. I mean, A is arriving. They want to at least force Filski off this tower, but this tower is still not long for life.
No, it's dead.
Alright.
And AA is also dead.
Stuns are there in the AA. Or, they have the Hex as well. They have the Dragon Tail in onto Coral, but now in comes Flying Nightmare looking for Cello. Flame Touch is there. Cello is low, so is the AA still alive. Pulse Nova is there. Down goes Coral. Down goes Chillamo. They move to the DK, but DK is still quite tanky. Also, he has arrived, has Bushback. Will not use it quite yet. Blink is there, but in comes the Abaddon. Meanwhile, in the jungle, we're seeing a Mars Arena used on Sonic God. Arrow though, Miss Sonic God is in danger. Back to the bottom lane. We're seeing Down goes Fury back to the jungle. We're seeing Sonic God has TP. He TP's away back to the bottom lane again. Radiant have walked away, so overall, it's fantastic for the Dire. They do not lose heroes in the bottom lane. They get kills in the bottom lane. They do not lose anybody in their jungle. It's fantastic. And even two-man stun from Cello mid lane.
The Ravage.
Everywhere you look, it's fantastic. For Polaris. Arrow now is there. They should kill Cello, right? They won't actually. He's still alive. Whole city's arriving. Has Acorn Shot. He used it. The stun from Cello missed it. And comes Ice Blast. Bam! Long range. Down goes Cello. This is... I love seeing this. You love seeing these exciting Dota games where it's...
Oh, this is fun.
It's non-stop.
Is it too much action? Is it too much action back?
A little too much. Victor dies to a neutral creep at the small camp. It's the Cobalt poison killed him there in accidents. Has to be it, right?
Right. And Sonic God has that Mask of Madness now. How did he get this much farm? I blinked and he has.
They had some stacked camps in the jungle, so all is well. Back to middle lane though, whole city is in danger. Split Earth is there. Arrow was hit. I'm assuming that was the initiation for the kill, so good arrow there from Giano TK. Sorry I missed your arrow, but all is well.
Oh, I like this move from the supports here on Radiant. They're coming in and jungling or
I see Cello, but that's... We even smoked as well. Smoke is now wasted. Now they have Leaps on Mirana. They will use it, but it's only one leap. But they will simply do classic walk away.
D-ward. Preemptive D-ward.
Alright, middle lane. Dragon Tail is there onto Victor. Dragon Form was used. Now Victor has Arena. It's used onto Ice Blast comes in and misses. Now in comes Hex onto Victor. Arrow comes in, hits onto Cello, but Bushwhack is there onto Victor. Victor is in danger. Finger is there. Down goes the Mars. And well... It's unfortunate for the Radiant, certainly. They lose one, they might just lose this mid tower on top of that.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, this lead for Dire's starting to grow now.
Oh yeah. And it's not going to get any better for the Radiant. Leshrack's going to need like Boots of Travel's BKB to be able to be effective in this game.
Yeah, that Leshrack is definitely not there yet either.
Yeah. This Lesh has spent a lot of time trying to make space. And not enough time farming.
Right,
Hopefully we can kill
Splitter
the Luna,
is there
though.
on Sana. A very big kill if they can get a Pulse Nova is being used. In comes Mirana. Down goes Sana God. Now Filski is there looking for counter kills. Ice Blast comes in. Won't really matter. Down goes the Mirana. Now they move the Hex to Fury. Fury is being slowed, but he is still somewhat fast with that Windlace. Appears to be A-okay. Unless Filski has a Blink Dragon Tail there. It is there, actually. Now Radiant needs to protect this man. Spear is there on Filski, but in comes Pushback. In comes Acorn Shot. Fury taking a lot of damage. He'll go down. They move to Victor. This man is once again trying to escape, like his two teammates that died before him. And it looks like Filski will have a Blink Dragon Tail in too, actually. Victor actually escapes from that stun, but Pushback is there. In comes Dragon Tail. In comes Acorn Shot. Down goes Victor. And Radiant, they're losing one man at a time. So slowly that the people who have died are respawning into the fight again.
It's like the saddest conga line.
It's just a classic feed constantly.
Yep. The slow trickle, the human centipede of feeding.
It's never a good time.
Here's a question: if the human centipede was connected at the other ends, like if the third was connected to the first, would that be a perpetual energy machine, like infinite energy?
I don't entirely know, but Sharpshooter is there in Flying Nightmare top lane. Yeah, where do you get the fuel from then?
It's just like it's just pure recycle.
Thermodynamics would suggest you lose 90% every single time. Now top lane, Spear is there on Tool City. Marcelino was used. Now in comes Dragon Tail, but in comes Arrows there on Phil's good arrow there from the Mirana. Now in comes Pushback, hits onto 2, in comes Dragon from there, hitting once again. Victor is low, Mirana is low. Victor is actually still alive somehow. Will go down.
The blink Filski.
He's actually still alive. Spear is there on Filski. Rebuke is used, but down goes Victor. And Mirana must run. Meanwhile, we're seeing a 2-on-2 fight. Fury is low. Cello blinked in. Cello's looking for. Actually, Cello even doesn't have a blink. Doesn't even need a blink. They killed Fury over there. Back to the top lane. There's a blink in from PA onto Chupacabra. And
we're seeing a lot of deaths in a lot of different places, and I think things would be going better for the Radiant if they didn't use the Ice Blast. Like haphazardly. This ability is your like main source of damage in a team fight, and you need to use it with Mars ult. You would have had a 1 team fight at the top off lane tier 1 for Radiant if AA kept this Ice Blast in his pants a little bit.
I believe he used it like over here, maybe on this fight. Yeah. There's just multiple fights going on. That meanwhile, once again, Blink Dragon Tail is there on Coral. Sharpshooter is there, but the A is still alive. Now Spear is used by Victor onto Filski. Ice Blast is used, and now Filski is half HP. Splitter is there. Arrow comes in. Arrow's not even needed. Fury gets killed there on the Dragon Knights.
That salve was not worth it. If you the AA used the trusty shovel, and up comes a beautiful salve from the ground. Filski blinks in, stuns AA, steals the salve, and then dies.
Is that a bait play right there? It's like, hey, you could have my salve. Play.
Big brain. Yep.
Ooh, I'm looking over hero net worth. This is a bad story for the Radiants. 1, 2, 3. Sonagod, whole city, Filski.
Yep, the typical net worth distribution in a game that you're losing.
If you want to hope like either the PA or the Lesh is at least keeping up with this game, it's rough.
If anything, the Lesh has had a game like I think the Lesh could have been that #1 net worth this game, but made too many rotations, too focused on heroes on a hero like Leshrac that should be focused on creeps. But Polaras really making a lot of these rotations with this Dragon Knight, the Abaddon, and the Lion. Like this Blink Dagger train that's about to happen on this Mars. Like this is good execution and.
Bottom lane, they once again go for Victor. Hex is there. Ice Blast is used. Will hit onto Chelomel, so Chelomel is low. Might just go down here. Finger actually goes not off in time. Victor kills the Mars Arena. Now Filski's inside. Yulis is there from Fury. Pulse Nova is used, but there's a good pushback there onto Fury. Now Filski is low. Chupacabra dies as well. That's 2 kills now for the Radiants. Filski's on the run, and will actually blink away from the danger. So it will only be the 2 supports that die, but Radiants, they hold their tower, and they get some very important kills on top.
That was sweet. That was actually, you know what? They can build off this. They can build off this for sure. Killing this Luna before her BKB, maybe once or twice, would be a really good idea. But Sonagod doing a great job. The support on Polaras warding this enemy triangle is allowing Sonagod to be really greedy and expedite that for him.
That's fantastic vision of the Tricam for Dire. I have a very important question. What's your thoughts on Sanjin yet? Oh, it's a smoke gank. I'll ask later. They're going to find Fury here. They're going to pop the smoke. Blink was missed. Dragon Tail is now there. Onto Fury. Finger is used. Fury is annihilated. Arrow is actually used. Onto Cello Mellow. Dagger is used, but they don't really want to go in on this. Victor goes in, though. Spear is used. Cello is dead. Filsky is stunned. Sharpshooter was missed. In comes S-Pass. Hits on do 2. But now Mirana is in danger. Mirana will go down, but in comes Flying Number once again. Goes to Whole City. Borrow Time is popped, and Radiant are still chasing, looking for more. Dagger once again is there in Whole City, but he's still alive. Now, they're trying to kill the Abaddon. They have a spear there onto Filsky. They're now rotating in Sonagod, who has Eclipse. So Radiant see this man, they must run away. But Dragon Tail is there onto Find Nightmare. Eclipse is used. Find Nightmare will go down. Pushback was thrown on top, was not needed. They now turn to Victor, who has Blink. Actually, Arena's Whole City, but he's shielded by Chupacabra Rush. This is too ballsy from Victor, it appears. Now Victor is on the run, has no Blink. Dragon Tail is there. Victor is very dead. And well, for Polar Ass, it's fantastic.
That was great. Everything's coming up daisies for him. That was a great team fight, man. That was awesome. Okay, so you asked about Manta?
SNY. I just want to know your thoughts on SNY. I am sick of that item. I
don't think you can go SNY on I don't think it's optimal. I think Manta's optimal this game on Luna. You already have the Abaddon to save you from a stun. That's what you're buying SNY to tank up a little bit, but mostly for the status resist. And not getting Manta in this game, I think, is a little bit silly because it's just like just press your lead, farm as many camps, like split push, like. Cut them off. Use Manta to really stall the game.
Oh boy. You don't have Whole City muted, do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you missed some good all chat. Now Dragon Tail is there, onto the A. A is in danger. This man is being run at. This man is dead.
Oh, I see. I see the BM.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. The fact that Sonagod might even be like, it might not even be a misplay to go for, obviously you've argued for the Manta, but it might not even be a misplay to go for SNY. This is what the problem, right? Luna's like one of the best SNY, or sorry, one of the best Manta builders in the game, like top 3, top 4. And yet she's buying SNY.
Yeah.
I hate this item. It's too good.
I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's not worth it. No, it's definitely not worth this game. It's definitely, like, it's a slight optimization difference, but I think Manta for sure.
Radiant scan, they know where the Dire are, they just smoke towards that tri-camp, but now Radiant are trying to run away.
Where's PA going? The courier?
She's in danger.
God couldn't resist.
Oh god, Filsky found PA. Dragon Tail's once again there, and well, Flying Nightmare will go down here. Lioness is stunned, Luna has the Lucent Beam, and well, unfortunate death once again for Flying Nightmare, and Mirana is also in danger. She tried to juke and throw a Shampid, but now...
Filsky blink.
Ooh, actually, she is fine. For now, in comes Cello,
has a dust,
has a bushwhack. Jesus. Polar Ass are playing so well right now.
Alright. How long do you think Roche will take to die?
About 25 seconds if they commit. Dragon Tail is now there, though, onto Victor. Victor was actually invisible when shut up, but Dire had a sentry. Finger is used. Triple kill for Cello Mellow on a 5
Let's go,
Lion. And
we can see Polar Ass playing really fast. They're making really good decisions. They're being very aggressive. They're not taking these opportunities to just sit back and farm. Like, Sonagod's not even farming his side of the Ancients. So really good performance so far from Polar Ass.
Alright, Era comes in, but actually hits onto Roshan. And well,
an assist.
It's dead. It goes over to Sonagod. Yeah, it does go to Sonagod, and the lead is snowballing rapidly. It's becoming an avalanche. It's 11k at 21 minutes.
It's definitely winnable for Team Syke here. You still don't have a BKB on Luna, even though you do have that Aegis, so...
Here we go again. Stun is there on AA. In comes Second Tail as well. In comes Lucent Beam, and down goes the AA. AA7.
Yeah, poor AA. He has 3 obs wards in his inventory. He's just trying to get something out on the game, on the map. Cello recognizing this. Oh, we're going high ground. 21 minutes.
Might as well. I mean, Luna's ready to go. The siege unit was there, though it is now dead, of course.
Most impactful arrow of the game so far.
Sad Dale.
Sad.
We mentioned earlier the PA's timing this game with a Deso, a BKB, and a B-Fury. Well, she only has one of those items.
Yep.
And Luna wants to go high grounds.
Yeah. I mean, hey, PA does beat Luna late game.
Well, will there be a late game?
I said 32. The game is gonna be over at 32 minutes. That's looking likely.
I mean, one more good team fight, and it's just like a GG call.
No. They're gonna. This team doesn't give up. This they probably do.
I was gonna say I've seen some of their team games. I'm not so confident about that one.
Did this A just walk up to the outpost and decide not to take it? Oof.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Oh,
But now we're seeing Dragon Tail. It is
setting
there onto Mirana. Sharpshooter is used. Mirana is annihilated. Victor's in the trees, but it does not matter. Maybe he's the gank from behind, but it's time to head high ground with that siege unit in the top lane.
Yep.
If it's done as well, onto AA. Is there a follow-up? Actually, in comes Syke. Dragon Tail is there. Down goes AA. Both supports are now dead. Both have buyback if they want to use it.
Man, Cello and Filski are controlling this game. Their combo has been so successful. What's their kill participation?
High. Okay, oh, never mind. Cello actually missed the stun this time. Oh, so Mars Green, they're on to 5. They want 2 fights. First is there on 2-2. Down goes Cello, but down goes Victor. Eclipse was used. Sonagot is fighting. The Racks are under danger. They have nurse on there on Chupacabra. She'll go down. In comes Arrow. Hits on the Filski, actually. Now Aegis is popped. Sharpshooter is there, but it's tanked by the Rhino, so that means Flyhammer is alive. Now in comes Filski. Once again has a stun there onto the Lesh. But Dire are starting to die. Whole city is low. Fury, though, is the trade. Now Filski. He's stunned. Split Earth. Once again there. In comes Nightmare. Looking for Filski, but he cannot get it. He goes down. Back to Mirana. Mirana goes down. Filski actually ends up dying to, I believe, Ice Blast. And now, Sonagot is on the run. Victor is there, has Rebuke, has Spear. He is stunned, so he will go down to Ice Blast damage as well, but it is an extraordinarily costly defense for the side of the Radiance.
Alright. That was exciting.
Yeah, that is 3 buybacks, and it is a full set of racks, so that's very, very sad.
I mean, you're kind of saying as the rating, we won this, but like they better be playing scared. I'm sure somebody got like a good net worth chunk there, especially like in killing that. I guess it was the AA for killing the Luna.
That's not the hero you wanted on, though.
Why is AA going to Vale? I don't. What?
I don't know.
You have no saves. All right. Moving on.
I think either Glimmer or Force makes sense. I think I prefer the Force over Glimmer in this game, but I think either one is fine.
Well, even Lotus is fine to purge the DK stun. Like, that'd be really nice.
Maybe he's thinking, hey, I can't afford gold for components that are expensive, so I end up like cheap components of Veil? I don't know.
I don't know. Is Veil cheap?
Maybe it's like play with the Ice Vortex shard he has?
Maybe. Just gonna farm? Pretty cool. Pog. Oh, he went to Ice Vortex. Okay, I am confusion.
Okay, Victor is in danger. Actually, never mind. He's actually fine. They just walk by him. They just let him walk away. Thought he might be dead. And Dire actually reclaimed their glyph from denying their mid T1 tower, so they can glyph force high ground bottom.
Nice.
Now Victor has an arena there on Cello, wants that soul kill, but Cello is completely fine, and
now here comes the
Filski. Dragon Tail is there. Ice Blast comes in, will not hit. Now they move to Victor still. Split Earth is there. Finger is there. Victor's actually still alive. Never mind. In comes the Blink Hex from Cello.
Delayed
down
the
goes
finger
Victor.
Buff.
I'm sure Cello's fine with the situation that this happened, though. They killed the offlaner. They also have a stun there with the pushback onto Coral. Coral goes down. Well, it's neither hero's buyback. They have a siege unit. They have a glyph. They have our Luna. They have a DK Dragon form. This high ground is not long for life. Dragon Tail's once again there onto Fury. Lotus Orb actually was used, but now in comes Arrow. They have Luma Shell. They're trying to run away, but the Racks cannot run away. They are very injured. Blink Hex is there on Lash. In comes the stun. In comes BKB DK, making space for the Luna and the Racks. Racks are dead. They move the Fury. Fury goes down. He has no buyback in this game. It's over.
It's not 32 minutes yet.
I don't think we're getting 32 minutes.
I don't think so either.
I think Radiant might throw bodies one more time and it's over after they lose that fight.
We're really just seeing a difference in like drafting, a difference in tempo. I think individually, maybe these teams line up well. But this is a strong Polar Ass team. I think they're looking like perhaps some of the favorites to win this League of Lads season.
And they've been surprisingly good this season. They are currently not hitting the Ancient, actually. They have a spear out the Filski. What is going on? Alright, this is 3-man stun from Jello. There it is in the fountain. Alright, BKB's here.
You hang
Really?
out with Filsky. Yeah,
Cool guy, cool guy. Actually fighting. Fightlemmer goes in on the cello. Clips, though, is
yeah. Get
used.
him!
Radiant are starting to die. They have 3 defenders left, 2 defenders left.
Kill that
They
lion.
chase
Oh,
cello. They
Cello's
actually
down.
kill cello, but
Yeah, yeah.
it will cost them their life. PA is dead. The GG is
Good
called.
game. Shit, dude.
4.5 minutes off.
Four
With
and a
your
half minutes
prediction.
up. In the grand scheme of the universe, actually a fairly accurate prediction.
Yes, I mean, in the grand scale of the universe, you could have said it was a 4-hour game, and it still would have been
It's like,
pretty accurate.
potatoes, right?
On a cosmic scale, it's within a microsecond of accuracy if you compare it to the day length of the universe.
Exactly.
The billions and billions of years. This 4 hours is insignificant. A grain of sand in the ocean. Shut the fuck up, Doss.
Oh shit!
Uh,
I triggered Badger, guys.
I didn't trigger me. I'm just laughing so hard.
You want to get under Badger's skin? Be pedantic about time.
It's not that it's bothering me. I'm just laughing too hard. I'm like, this is an absurd presence, and I have to make fun of it.
It's like one of those people who just can't be wrong. So yeah, you know, like whatever. That's kind of what I am. Not kidding. I'll take an L any day of the week. I'm used to it.
All right, we have a Dota game that's played. What went so right? Let's go with what went right first. What did Polar Ass do so correctly that allowed them to win this game as hard as they did?
Yeah. So they what was the opener? It was the Mars AA on Syke, and on Polar
Mars
Ass
AA into Hoodwink DK, yeah.
Hoodwink DK, and picking this DK, I think really worked with their overall strategy. Like, you know, they're forcing like the action to go onto Team Psych. You know what this like DK, you know what this lion they're gonna do. They're gonna get like a really quick blink dagger timing because you can't push these heroes out of lane. And then they're going to punish you for it. So I think that Filsky, you know, knew his role. Cello knew his role as well. They were just going to like, you know, make a ton of space. Chupacabra also knew his role to sit back and make sure that he's in a good position to be able to get those aphotic shields off. And you can see time and time again when Victor's coming in and hitting like a pretty decent ult, this Abaddon's coming in and just like, you know, removing Mars's status effect, the spear. Hole's sitting in the back being annoying, you know, like it's a great like Hoodwink. The playstyle really fits with Hole's personality, annoying as shit. That's a JK right there, Hole, don't worry. And Sonic God farming up a shitload, using this space, and then once getting a couple items, really, you know, like coming with his team and putting that pressure on. So top to bottom, everybody knows their position. They know what their job is, and they're executing at a really fast pace.
On the flip side, obviously stuff goes wrong in Dota sometimes. For Team Psych, what adjustments do they need to make to potentially bring the series back to a 1-1?
You know, I think they need to just kind of like come together and work as a team. I think you can kind of see like really disjointed ideas in here. Like Coral, I don't think knows what like this guy's job is on this ancient apparition. Coral needs to be working with Victor. Victor needs to be working with Coral, and we need to have follow up from Fury and Janano, if I'm saying that correctly. Like these guys have to be together and be harmonious, communicate, say that I'm going to land in an arena. And if you're saying I'm going to arena, Coral says, no, I just use my ult, get the fuck back. Like they need to work together to be like, you know, purposeful in their movements, not just, you know, 5 fingers. They need to be the hand.
All right, then that was hopefully game 2 will be a little more balanced than game 1. We did mention not mention. We were talking a little bit before the stream went live about DOS before Dota. Apparently you were like seriously involved in World of Warcraft Arena, correct?
Yeah, I was this is like I think in like 2008 I was like a top like World of Warcraft player. I played Hunter for all those WoW aficionados out there. During Wrath of the Lich King, I was like the #1 ranked hunter on Arena Junkies for like 6 months. Competed in the Blizzard tournaments and shit, and did okay. If for anybody who remembers Rekful, I destroyed him Like every single time I played against Rekful, absolutely slaughtered. Mostly because the matchup was actually like fairly imbalanced. Like hunters destroyed rogues, but that was always fun. My claim to fame back then. I used to show people my retirement post on the Arena Junkies forum. Uh, DOS with a weird D, Arena Junkies, but I think it's actually gone. Yeah, it's gone. Used to have an archived version of Arena Junkies, but it's just gone, dude. It sucks. Did you play WoW Badger?
No. I know a lot about esports though. I know that WoW Arena was a very meticulous and complicated game. I've been told that basically like nobody in the world could actually cast WoW Arena properly because it was just too complicated for the average person to cast, let alone
Yep,
understand.
that sounds yeah. It's like you have so many moving parts, and like the UI just isn't meant for like PvP, especially obsing a PvP. What games have you played?
I mean, if you talk about like actual like esports type titles, I'm mostly just a Dota guy. Where it's I got into Dota from Dota 1, and I went to Dota 2, and then I was pretty good for a while, and now I'm pretty bad at Dota. That's just my story. I went from being a player who made a little bit of money to a player who made no money to a player who was an analytical caster, and now I'm a play-by-play caster. You can tell the clear decline there.
That's funny, dude. That's really funny.
Clear
Just a
decline over the last like 8
aging.
years.
Now, do you think it's like aging, or like do you have like more stuff in your life as you've gotten older, like more responsibilities, a job, a family, that kind of stuff?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, both less Dota being played, but also more life stuff preventing me from playing Dota. You know, where it's
Yeah.
we were mentioning how I used to be like grinding constantly 6, 8,
Mhm.
10 hours a day playing games, grinding pubs. Now it's like, yeah, guess I'll watch some games, shitpost on Discord,
Yeah.
cast a series of Dota.
Like sometimes I'll get like a full day just to like chill. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna play. Like I remember Jack Barbecue, like BBQ Jack, from the Dota scene. He was getting flamed on like a TI panel because he did 18 games in a day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and do 18 games in a day. I get to like 4, and I'm exhausted.
I think the most I've ever done in a day is like 13 or
13.
14. It's been a while since I've done that much Dota in a day where it's you just don't want to play Dota. I don't know how like these younger players just do it, or it's just
Yeah. I mean, like I can't even wear headphones that like for that long anymore. I get like a bad headache. I have to go speakers. I'm a speakers gamer. And then apparently the Dota like in client web like microphone sucks, and it'll just like forward all of your speaker information. I think Discord has some like noise canceling or something, and it recognizes what's coming out of your speakers and doesn't forward that audio.
yeah.
But
It's not only really low quality. It's also on like a 0.1 second delay compared to like a
oh,
VoIP
was there?
software.
Oof.
If you unmuted me in game, you could hear the delay in game.
Oh,
It's
yeah, that
it's
noticeable delay.
it's actually noticeable.
Yeah. I work in broadcast, like television broadcast. I work on like the engineering back like the hardware side of it. So like if you were, like a Riot or Valve, you would be my customer. And that's something that we have to talk about is like we have to say like how many frames of delay, how many milliseconds of delay does our gear process video? And if you're like 7 frames or like 14 milliseconds, then a human can start to like notice that difference.
I think you would get along well with my former play-by-play caster Trizin. He works as like an audio engineer for a radio station.
Oh, nice.
I think you would get along well with him. He was I miss Tristan so much.
I miss him too.
He made my job so fucking easy, man. Playing play
Oh,
like
really?
caster is hard. I have to say words. I have to like
Yeah, dude.
it's hard. It's so much easier to be an analytical caster.
Oh my god, you just sit back and chill. I can't do the play by play. I don't even know how you like know what's going on and can say what's going on. Like, does it take a lot of practice to?
And I've casted enough. I casted as an analytical caster for like 2.5 years, and then I've been casting play by play for like maybe a year and a half now.
Gotcha.
It's one of those. We have a pause, but it's one of those, it's one of those things where you just hope it's correct, the things you say, and sometimes they're just incorrect. That's why I like to both practice just casting team fights, and then also I like to go back and watch my VODs. Like, hey, there's certain things that I know I just do incorrectly. Like, I know sometimes I mix up Splitter with the Urspec, and I mix up for some reason Hoodwink with Snapfire when they're in the same game. So it's
Gotcha.
You just like you try to correct your mistakes and just get better over time. But it's like you watch the major cast, right? You watch Capitals. Capitals is like what, like the second best caster in the world right now, and he makes mistakes.
Capitalist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, speech is harder, right?
I mean, if he's like the second best caster in the world and he's making mistakes, you can feel a little bit better when you make mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, like casting is more of an art than like a science, right? I mean, it feels too hard to say that you're making mistakes. Like this is just natural, you know. Like who cares if you misspeak? You're being too hard on yourself, Badger. You're a great caster.
I just try to be better every day at doing this casting thing. You know?
A winner's mentality.
Try to be better. I like to I understand that I'm not working with like the greatest genetic profile for it. Like I have a good voice. I don't have an exceptional voice, you know. I have good lung capacity, but lung capacity isn't everything, obviously.
Yeah.
If you would like rate my voice out of 10 in terms of like being able to do hype, you maybe if you're being generous, an 8.5 out of 10.
Who do you think's a 10 out of 10? Like OD Pixel?
OD Pixel's like a 9.5.
Oh,
the only 10 that was really in Dota was IC. That guy. Like, I'm not sure if you listen to many IC casts. That guy was a 10 out of 10 voice.
Is it the old? Like he sounds like the like.
He was the
he was like the big ginger.
Yeah, like you listen to my cast, right? The opening I use every time is an homage to IC, where it's the greetings and salutations Dota fans.
Oh yeah. He had that really robust, like traditional, like sports caster thing or like commentator, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't actually that good at commentating Dota on like a technical level in terms of like actually.
He had flow, he had rhythm.
He was like 2K, but like he had the voice and he had the rhythm and the flow, and I'm like, yes, this is fun. I don't need endless.
Where did he
go? First, I got a job at Twitch, and then he has I think a job at, like Sony or something now.
Oh, sweet, nice.
And I'm sure he's getting more money than he was casting Dota, but I still miss it. Like between him retiring and LD moving to business and Toby being a sexual predator, we've lost so many good play-by casters, you know.
Yeah, I used to like Grant.
Sad tale.
I know he got me. He was my vouch for like the in-house leagues back in like Warcraft 3 and back in like Dota 2 beta.
Dude, Grant. I was always wondered how is Grant in NEL and I'm not in NEL. How was better than Grant? And Grant had all the connections. He was Grant.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, I'm better than this guy at Dota, but apparently it doesn't matter if I'm better than him.
Yeah, you're just fucking. He's just on 24/7.
He can just go like max cogs first, clockwork mid in games with like Merlidi and Fear. Like, yeah, he's just still in NEL still.
Oh man.
Meanwhile,
well, we do have a draft going on
there. We were gonna pause for a while, but we are back.
We're going now. So the one thing that I think Sonagod mentions in chat: imagine respect banning Hull.
I was like, I think I'm accidentally on there. Actually, I'm supposed to be there. But
that's so funny. Like his own team is flaming Hull.
I found a scary Dota gamer. That's whole city, whole big man. It's good.
Super fucking scary.
It's actually good. We saw the last game. Actually, it was pretty effective.
It was, and I mean, definitely the flex pick. Like, you can bring that stupid hero Snapwink, as you like to call it, right? Yeah, actually, you should just call them both Snapwink. Then you're covering both your bases. But it could flex. It could go 4 or 5 or mid. I mean, maybe even 3 if you really wanted it to. But speaking of this game, we haven't seen the stupid, like, beefy pause 3 heroes picked or banned. Why are they not being touched? Like, where's this Mars? Where's DK? Where's Centaur?
I mean, it's one of those things where if you wait for one team to start banning it, and then you say, all right, we'll both have awful offlaners, but if neither team bans it, then they can both have good offlaners for once. And
yes, yeah, it's like a Cold War.
Because Centaur's in the pool still, DK's in the pool still, Mars is in the pool still. If you want to go a little more crazy, I mean, Sand King's still there, Underlord's still there. I mean, there's a lot of options.
Maybe the Viper is discouraging the DK pick, but I mean, looks like Syke they have the last pick out of this ban phase, so they're either going to get the DK or they're going to get the Viper to counter it.
Fun times.
So let's see. I mean, maybe Polar S just picks Viper here.
I was going to say, if they just straight up 15 pick Viper, that would be. I mean, it'd be. I almost think it'd be overthinking it then, because then you just like actually counter Viper.
Yeah, with what? How do you counter Viper?
Centaur Puck.
Puck
is banned. Never mind. Maybe Centaur Windrunner.
Yeah, Centaur Windrunner. That's pretty good. But then you pick the DK, and it's like both of the yeah. So Viper DK looks like a good option for Polar S here.
I think at that point, because then you're probably forcing the Viper mid unless you don't put DK mid Viper off. And then you just hope
Yeah.
you can outlane the Viper with either a Windrunner or maybe a Clinks or just one of those type of heroes.
I used to play anytime when I was mid, I used to pick Enigma against Viper and just like deny my creep and then last hit some shit. So that's my suggestion.
I'm sick of seeing Viper in my Dota games.
Yeah, dude. Where's the patch?
I literally don't. I don't even need much. I just need like SNY to be nerfed, and Viper to be nerfed, and DK and Broodmire to be nerfed. And that's other than that.
I like
I'm fine.
SNY where it is. I'm not a hater, and I don't buy it that often. I think it's a little bit overhyped.
I'm a hater.
But like yeah, this DK hero is more like get rid of DK, get rid of Viper. Puck, please go like please Puck. Like
at least as a spectator, I enjoy watching Puck. That's like
you can't kill the
I get the
fucking
benefit. It's fun to not see Puck die though. It creates suspense.
Yeah,
You're like,
I'm a Berserk fan.
Is Puck actually going to die? Probably not. But
Yeah, dude.
it's like you make one misplay and suddenly the hero just gets one shot. So it's a good spectator hero.
Yeah, Team Syke, they see the Phoenix pick coming from Polar S, and they say, you know what? I'm gonna smack this. I really don't think Snapfire is a very good Phoenix counter because I think if Snapfire gets that close, you're kind of playing Snapfire wrong. So like you pick it because of this stupid her E. What's the spell called? Lucky Shot? No.
Oh, little Shredder.
Little Shredder. You fire up your Little Shredder, and you walk up to the egg. You're just gonna die from this like Nyx or Pugna. Personally, I like kind of man fighter AOE range heroes against the Phoenix. So like Dusa and Luna, people who like do damage to the like everybody while attacking a Tombstone or a Phoenix. Or you can go with Jug, who can just builds into attack speed, can kill the egg real quick. And a Doom pick coming from Polar Ass. A lot of deliberation. And they decided to go with Doom and not DK.
It's the Filsky classic. His Doombringer is legendary. Speaking of legendary, it's the Flying Nightmare Huskar. So a lot of signature heroes coming out right here.
Yeah.
Like we've noticed that the Huskar has been banned a lot against this team because Flying Nightmare is a
we first faced it. Yeah, we first phase it. And Huskar spammers are like giga inflated MMR from my personal experience. And especially coming in as a Huskar spammer in ranked and coming into this league, I think it's like literally like 1,000 MMR difference. So this person getting Huskar is a big deal. Maybe not the best Huskar game though. It's Pugna, it's Nyx, Phoenix, and Doom.
Yeah, so every single hero has some counterplay to Huskar.
Yeah, Doom
some better than others, but
Decrepify. Ow, we'll see.
I mean, if he truly is the Huskar player, I'm sure he's played into worse, so I'm sure he'll be prepared for this.
We're assuming this is going to be a tiny mid or a snap 3. Do you have an over/under for that?
I would have to guess it'd be the snap mid because the snap as a support relies a lot more on the ulti to do damage. That's just not going to work this game into every hero they've got, especially Nyx though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Side note here, I was doing a crossword today because I'm old, and I get a 5-letter for religious text, and it had an R in the middle. So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be the Quran, and none of it made sense.
Ended up being the Torah.
Nope, ended up being the Quran spelled Karan.
Oh, usually I spell it Qurar. Yeah.
So the fucking stupid crossword.
They got you on that one.
Yeah, Miles Meller is the author. He can't spell the Quran.
I've seen it spelled the other way. I don't like the spelling because Q's, Q's are a nice letter. Okay? You don't get to use a Q very often.
It's a special letter for a special book. Also, a mid pudge coming out. So Team Syke has given up.
Is it a mid pudge?
What else is it?
4 maybe? Then 3 tiny, 4 pudge, 2 snapfire.
You pick pudge, you gave up. You pick pudge, you gave up. And then the Drow Ranger coming up here against all these agility heroes to get rid of this armor, JK.
Okay, it's a 2 tiny and a 3 snapfire.
3 snap. Okay, into the Nyx.
Huh.
And this is a 4 Pudge.
Yeah,
It's a cool Pudge set. Like he has a tentacle arm and a claw.
that is nightmarish.
And then he has the green hair.
That's the worst part about it.
The Chucky. Okay. Well, we're in for a fun draft.
Oh, for sure. I mean, these are certainly interesting heroes to watch.
We either get to see teams like Snowball with this like Huskar and this Pudge roaming around the map just slapping people, or we get to see a really quick game with this Pugna Drow just shredding towers.
I'm hoping, for the viewers' sake, it's not the push down towers fast. Obviously, with the Pugna and the Drow, they can just end this Dota game pretty fast, but it's in the interest of the league for it to be more interesting than that.
Yeah. I think there's big throw potential this game. Like whichever team is going to come out to an early lead, like these are not robust heroes that like, are going to play super safe. Like a Luna who's going to spend all their time in the jungle. Like this is a Drow, this is a Pugna. These are active heroes who are coming out. And same thing with this, Huskar and the Snapfire.
I think overall, I once again like the Polar Ass draft better, though. I think you probably on the same page again on this one.
No. I think that this Huskar pick is going to dominate.
All right, then we are not on the same page here. Perfect.
Give me this Huskar pick. He's gonna get the Ags or Shard, which like taunts it or whatever. Oh, that's just the Ags. He's a better LC.
Is that a better LC actually?
No.
Seems like a worse LC.
Forces the enemy target to attack Huskar and increases cast range. How long is the taunt for? 3.
3, 4, 5. It's only for 3. Never mind.
3 seconds.
I thought it was the same duration as the slow, but apparently it's just 3. So
3 seconds of getting slapped.
So I guess it's on a 12-second cooldown.
It's pretty good. Yeah, better LC for sure.
I mean, LC has the shard though, where you just get to apply magic ability to your teammates. So Huskar gets to apply it to himself, and then also jump into the entire team.
It's also AOE, BKB on the LC shard.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Oh, we got Coral coming up here with this. Oh yeah. Oh, he's pinged the wrong spot though.
That's not good. They're gonna deward that. It's not gonna be there. Wait.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
That's a frowny face.
Frowny face. Coral needs to spend some time doing some more detective work for these wards.
Maybe he needs some coaching from twitch.tv/DasDota.
I personally don't offer any ward assistance. I can teach you how to like conceptually understand like the game state a little better. That's kind of all I can do. That's really my only strength.
Or maybe he needs somebody else then in that case, and not you.
Yeah, I definitely need somebody else.
Somebody who understands wards. You're a carry player. You don't understand wards.
Yeah, I understand that my carries don't place them enough.
I mean, they're free now. We have an interesting lane situation. Top lane, Filsky is in severe danger. He's being run out. He's trying to juke in the tree.
How did he get hooked?
He'll go down.
He got hooked. Pog. That's pretty fun. And this Huskar is about to get absolutely fucked in lane.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll TP in on him now. First blood's been drawn, right?
He's dead. He's dead.
Right. They are now slowing him down, though. He's on the run.
And we're getting the Nick stun. Can we? No, we can't dodge. Sorry for taking your play-by-play there.
That's okay. It's only kill at minute 1 on a hero who we knew was dead about 20 seconds before it happened.
Yeah.
It was, I'm not going to say it was excessively obvious, but it's one of those things where I think directed camera probably got that one.
That's funny.
It's like Huskar's in danger.
Oh, man. And we got this Pudge coming down to help out the Huskar. We got this meat hook save.
Or the meat hook kill on Shallomello. He's juking it. He's pump faking. Not yet, though. Not quite yet.
Will this Pudge get the pull? What do you think?
Looks like he, might... Oh, he's going down Shallomello, actually. Impale is once again there. Fine Amber's on the run. And actually are tri-landing fully on the die right now. They are protecting Sonic God.
No pull. This is a great decision from Polar Ass to tri-lane here. Like you take what would have been a very losing lane against this Doom, and you put the Drow down here and try and protect it with the tri lane. Definitely a smart pick. Huskar's gonna have no game.
Oh god, Flying Nightmare is once again in danger. Impale is once again used. He's trying to run away, but he will get slowed by Drow Ranger. He will get hit by multi-shot. And he will eventually go down. He'll try to juke, unless he somehow can survive this. But now in comes the dive. He will go down. We'll do something with Cello Mellow. Wyvern had that Arctic Burn. Used it on the Phoenix, but once again. Second death on Huskar. Luckily, the first one was so long ago, he has a TP again.
Sure. Free TP, so let's go. Question. Why does Doom have 5 armor?
They removed the HP regen on all of his abilities, but still, that's a lot of armor.
It's a lot of armor. Like, this is a hero who has 0 armor normally.
That is by a bracer, and that, lo and behold, this gives you HP regen.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm impressed by this hero, this Doom. Oh.
Alright, Hook is there on Chalamello bottom lane. They are trying to do some damage. They are hitting to dive in from the Phoenix. Chalamello is in severe danger. Splinter Blast is used. Down goes Cello. They move the Phoenix. Phoenix actually might end up dying here as well. Rot is there. It is slowing. Phoenix will hit by Splinter Blast as well. And down goes Super Coverage. That's 2 kills. Set up there by a Pudge Hook. And the tips come out.
This Pudge getting this bounty rune is a big deal. This Pugner right now has no bottle right now. And is at, like, 150 HP. This is a big deal.
So poor, actually? He has 19 last hits. Why does he have no items? He has no talismans.
Because he has his nulls?
Surprised. Like, you see a lot of these mid players go for the early bottle, and he just decides, you know what? I'll go 2 nulls.
Maybe this is the...
Oh, God, fantastic hook!
Perhaps this is the inexperience in Hull City mid coming through. Not understanding this tiny matchup that he's going to get like a shitload of harass done to him. Instead, really going for these null talismans, expecting a winning lane.
Alright, bottom lane, they once again hit out the Sonic God and Flying Nightmare at the same time. Flying Nightmare is in a lot of danger. Multi-shot is used.
His Drow's in danger.
Fire. Now Drow is low as well. Both these heroes are in severe danger, but in comes the Butcher. Pudge is arriving. That's the maybe we can get a kill on. Never mind on nobody. He misses the hook. Splinter Blast is used, but Sonic God is salved, and they're going to try to run at him, but it's just not going to work. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. The Rotslow is there. They're looking instead perhaps for Cello. They move to the Nyx Assassin. They're hitting him with 2. Drow, though, is counter-hitting on the Flying Nightmare. He's down to 1/3 HP. Jono is trying to get a kill there on Cello. Hook was used. Remember, Hook was not even used. Hook is apparently not even needed.
Nope,
and Cello goes down.
So here's something interesting. Like, this tri-laning is happening, so this means that it's going to be a 1v1 for Doom Snapfire. And Snapfire right now is literally doubling the CS of Doom.
Huh.
So Victor is perhaps outplaying Vilsky. Maybe this tri-lane setup initially has really been advantageous for Syke. Because I think they're coming out of lanes slightly ahead.
Middle lane, though, there's a decrep there, onto Fury, but now in comes Jono TK. Hull City has boots, he'll try to run away, but this is... Oh, the hook was actually missed! There's a toss now into Hull City. Salve is used, big comes the Rot, now Hull City has life drain. He's trying to fight, he's trying to get away from that life drain. Pudge goes down, actually, and it's... disastrous. That's pretty accurate. I can't believe we're seeing what just happens.
Poor Hook. I think you just have to wait. You wait 4 seconds for a tiny stun to come up, and then it's easy.
And now Wyvern's going to go down as well. Arctic Burn is there, but in comes the Impale. In come the right clicks. Down goes Winter Wyvern. It's...
Oh, he had a Fairy Fire and a Salve. I think he could have got out.
Perhaps he just wanted to save the regen. Not sure what for, but... sad tale.
Oh, okay, we got Snap Ult now. Will it be useful this game?
Probably not.
Like, can you solo kill somebody with Snap Ult here?
Probably for now, yeah. I mean, it's 8 counts. Well, that's definitely enough to get a kill right now, but they have ways of canceling it. The damage is not a concern, it's more, can you get a full channel off?
True, yeah. I mean, Nyx doesn't have spike characters yet, so maybe you just TP bottom and go haywire.
That is actually good. Problem is, Dire has this ward, so they will see a rotation if Snapfire comes in. Unless he TPs all the way to the right.
Yeah, that's actually a big change that has been made recently. That I'm not sure we have felt the impact. They've changed the radius to which you can TP to the tower. So you can have a little bit more jukes and jive spots. So I think defending towers has kind of gotten a buff lately.
Yeah, it's like it's not so hard. You just TP into these trees here on the Radiant side. It's
Yeah.
just it's difficult.
Exactly.
And despite all that, everyone just lets the tower die anyways. Like, yeah, it's T1 bottom. Let it die.
Oh shit, top.
The top lane,
Filsky is stuck. Oh.
yeah, there's the ultimate. Filsky will actually cancel it, maybe? Perhaps not. He's just juking, actually. He's full juking!
Oh, he missed!
Filsky is somehow still alive.
I can't believe what we're...
I can't believe it! Yeah, Victor is not happy.
That was an outplay from Filsky.
That's what you gotta go by, Lord. Bottom lane, though, they're running a Sonagon. It fails there onto the punch. Sonagon might just die here. Fury has arrived, has a toss avalanche combo onto Sonagon. Cello dies as well. Whole city has arrived. Will not get a kill on Fury.
Nice. Meanwhile,
good rotation
Flying
there.
Nightmare farming the jungle.
As long as he doesn't die, he'll be fine here. I'm sure he knows what he's doing in this strat camp area at this point.
He's killing it.
This is his happy place.
Are you a wrestling fan? I know a lot of people in League Lads that watch wrestling.
I'm aware of some of the references, but I don't really watch much like AEW or WWE or anything.
Gotcha. So this one's a pretty vague reference, not specific at all. I think Polar Ass are the heel of League Lads.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The character that plays the heel.
I mean, without a
Like
doubt.
they love shit talking, right?
I mean, Whole City is definitely a contentious individual, and then they had this the recent incident where they even threatened to quit the league over the standing situation. So it's
Right.
they're gaining enemies.
Yeah. Public enemy number one, but it makes the entertainment value go up of the league. So we always have to have a villain, always have to have somebody to root against. But then who are we rooting for? Definitely not the A team. Definitely not my team. Nebula?
I mean, we're rooting for Guam's team, I guess.
Guam's team? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thought
nice
that team
when
was
they-
awful, and they're 500. Not
Totally
bad.
agree.
I don't know how good the team is going to do in playoffs, but even if they make playoffs, that's a happy story.
It's the underdog story. I mean, Toxic Tacos having a pretty bad season, underperforming for their standard. It might be nice to see them have some success in playoffs.
I feel like a lot of people are not on the tacos bandwagon, though. I mean, there's a bit of shit talking going on from certain players, and now it's a lot of like, hey, we're better than these other teams type attitude, and then suddenly, oh wait, we just don't win games apparently.
Gotcha. People want to see Nier win, maybe?
Yeah, perhaps.
It's like fucking 7K more. It's crazy. Why isn't mine more that high?
I don't know, win more pub games.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. I just rage like fucking less Rex. We don't buy BKBs.
This Pudge is okay. That Pudge is crazy. He just hooked the rune away from Whole City. He even left it for Tiny, but Tiny didn't want it. He's left it in the trees here for a few seconds. Alright, bottom lane, something's going to happen.
Pugman coming bottom. This is looking scary for this tower.
Hook is there on Shellamelo, but this is not going to go too well for the Radiant, it appears.
Alright, we got Snapfire TPing down here, seeing Spike Carapace popped.
Are used, but now in comes Whole City has a life drain there onto Pudge, but Pudge cancels it. Now in comes Cookie. Whole City is in severe danger. He goes down, and now Dire might need to run. Shello is low, Dive is on cooldown, and well, Radiant stay defended.
Yep, well defended. Alright, Sonagod does not know.
Toss. Is there a follow-up? Hook. Hookie's used. Is there a hook? Maybe, perhaps. It's there.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
And a free TP for the Pudge.
And he used the tome before he died too to make his respawn longer. that was fantastic.
Sonagod does not know the Drow build. I'm just calling it now. Does not know the Drow build.
And apparently, Sonagod gets 0 out of 2 on approved builds from DOS tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about his items, but yeah, Sonagod got to do some homework. There's something that is incredibly OP that I'm not allowed to say. It's a big secret.
I guess I'll keep it secret for now. Bottom lane though, Cello is in danger. Fear is a Blink Avalanche toss combo, and Supernova is used, but
free Phoenix kill. You have the little Shredder up. What are you doing?
I'm not sure if they know where it is though. I'm not even sure if they know Supernova is used.
You can hear it. I guess, yeah. Uh-oh. No.
There's a smoked Pudge. Perhaps they want to go on Sonic, perhaps they want to go on Whole City. Funimation is trading, has the arm with still, and now in comes a Blink Avalanche toss combo from Pudge.
They're going to tip him. They're going to tip
also
him
there on
sure.
Sonic. Yep. Oh. They tipped Sonic instead. Pudge solo killed Sonic, and then they two-man killed Whole City, so it's 3K gold lead.
Yeah, what's going on?
Syke. They're owning.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
They're quite literally owning.
This is great. This team has to give up more often. They're playing so well.
Maybe they're finally revealing their true power. Like, right, we have Pudge, we have Huskar.
They've been released.
We have 3 Snapfire. We're ready to go. And they need this win.
Videos. Mid lane, being defended, 4 heroes.
Yeah, they have a 5 to 50 PM. Hook is there. Somehow the Sonic God. Cookie is there on 2. Incomes on 1. Doom is there on Victor. Victor needs to run away. The Mulat's members there on Sonic God. He will eventually go down. As will Whole City actually to the life drain and the tiny combo. Now Pudge is on the run, but it's already a success. Hook is once again up. Will be used for damage on Filsky. Now down goes Pudge, but in comes Splinter Blast. Filsky is low, and now Radiant are arriving with more heroes. They have a blink combo once again on the Filsky. Filsky will go down. It's only supports left. Cello has Vendetta. Actually, we'll go for the Huskar here. Can he find it? Will he try it?
That was an incredible fight. Did the Drow die to the Pudge solo?
It was a tiny combo Huskar on the left end of the... It was... No, it wasn't. Actually, wait. Drow was here dying. Yeah, it was the 3 heroes on Drow, and then the Pugman died to the tiny and the Huskar. That's what it was. Alright, Shell's in the Roche pit, and...
This is amazing.
He's waiting.
This is amazing.
Oh, look at the Roche!
Got it!
Tiny combo's there on Cello. Cello will pay for that one. Now Cookie...
Yeah.
That is so sad for Cello Bello.
That's amazing. Alright, clip that. Put it on the show next week.
That's just fantastic. I mean,
really like
still
dance
alive,
beforehand. The little praying mantis dance.
He's waiting for it. Oh no, that's a dead Whole City once again.
Tip him.
Unless
Tip this man.
Somehow, Decrep Life Drain.
Use the Mortimer Kiss.
He's full HP.
See you later. Alright, I haven't seen a Winter's Curse yet. I hope to see it at some point.
I don't believe there's been one yet. I certainly have not seen one either.
Coral with this Cold Embrace build. Already got the Holy Locket. Pretty exciting.
I mean, it's one of those things where I remember a few months ago Artorias was talking about, Locket Wyvern, and of course it's Artorias, so everyone told him to shut the fuck up. Bottom lane Sonic God is dead. We're gonna ignore that.
Can he TP?
No, he cannot.
No.
But he like would not shut up about Holy Locket Wyvern. Everyone called him an idiot, myself included, and then suddenly it's the meta build on Wyvern again.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You also get this shard. But like, I don't know, there's a lot of counters. Like you can just there's a lot of counters to specifically this WWE. Mid lane
went in but could not get back kill. Went in for the toss combo, not anywhere near enough damage. Actually almost paid for it. Now in comes the Cold Embrace, in comes the heal. Now in comes Life Drain and Winter's Curse there onto Whole City. They're trying to kill this man. In comes this member. They will kill Pugna. Can they get Cello? The Impale is there. Certainly they will get Cello. And I mean, Dire claimed this tier 1 tower, but
straight to Roche.
Heavy cost.
Let's go, boys.
I mean, so at this point, they're even seeing, look at the Radiant Vision. They see core bottom lane, core top lane. This is like the most free restaurant of all time if they want to go there.
Yes, sir.
They just don't go there. They're hitting creeps.
Yeah, that's another way to increase your gold lead. So I respect the decisions of Team Syke.
Alright, they're just waiting. They're just, okay, now they're heading. They say, you know what, we can fight you with the Roshan pit 5-on-5. We don't care.
The big brain play, they're like, we want to fight by Roche, so let's wait for them to spawn.
Dude, look at Huskar's natural regen.
34? With
it's actually like armlets. It's an armlet worth of regen. Alright, tiny combo. Oh, it's on creeps, never mind. Dire, though, did smoke us forward. Alright, they find the Pudge. Can they find... No, you cannot find the Pudge. Good blink away by the Pudge.
Nice.
And now Pugnamore dies as well to Arctic Prime. They run to look for Victor.
Getting doomed?
That man should be dead. You know, hook there onto Shallow Mellow somehow. And now Victor's on the run, still alive for it now, but will eventually go down. Straight though for Children, all Supernova is used. Children actually still alive. Now they doom up Huskar. Huskar is Cold Embrace. Batman is Actually gonna
He's
get
fine.
there onto Filsky. Filsky's under
actually
tower.
fine.
Huskar's still at the Witch's Curse is there. On 2, now 3. Chupacabra is dead. Town goes to the middle. Town goes Filsky. Dismember is there. On to whole city. Whole city goes down. It's a
It's a
4 for 1
disaster.
exchange. This is actually
come up with my
so
own catchphrases here.
entertaining. You love to watch this.
I'm trying to think of my own catchphrases here. Maybe I'll say, abracadabra, polar ass disappears. Is that good?
No. No. You know, I'm a fan of cheesy repetition things sometimes, but that's... No.
Looks like hocus pocus, polar ass is out of here. No.
If you want to do like magicians themed, maybe, but that's... I
Yeah.
think that would bother me.
And Team Syke figures out a way to the handcuffs behind their back.
They pull off the Houdini. It's a miracle.
Team Syke did just saw polar ass in half though.
I mean, they absolutely did. I mean, the legs there are not wiggling. There is no life there. It's... They're going to need a new volunteer from the audience. Is that the rest of our cast? Is this dumbass magician actor for... Okay, where's Cello going?
I'll try to exhaust my magician knowledge.
I was like, who's going to run out first in this one?
You or me?
Yeah.
I mean, your viewers for sure.
Oh God, Wyvern's dead again. It's...
You know, Coral taking one for the team. If Notorious is watching, this is the space created sort of metric going up here.
And without a doubt.
Uh-oh. This would be Team Syke. This would be a perfect opportunity for them to throw. They have Aegis. They're really strong. And I think this is where this type of team starts to fall apart.
Okay, they're going on Filsky top lane. Pudge. Oh, never mind, not Pudge. Tiny's there, but actually Tiny's stunned by the hoof stomp from the Doombringer. Now somehow he's trying to... Oh
Whoa.
my God, he's caught. He blinks right into Fury.
Unfortunate, Jude.
That was almost perfect, but if you blinked like right there instead of right there, he would have survived, but... Just slight off on the blink, went right into Fury, and Radiant, they were ready. They had the kisses to bring him back, and they had the tiny position for the obvious blink targeting. Well, actually, the obvious one's still right, but they were ready for the right, and ready for the left too.
I like it. So we're coming up on this like Ags timing from the Snapfire. That's pretty cool. The Pudge has blink. What's his next item? Like shard for the save?
It's only BKB apparently.
BKB? I mean, I like BKB. It's like the best item in the game.
Radiant want to defend middle lane. They will send in a creep on
Whoa.
Middle City, but they will miss. Pudge hook? Never mind. Missed from long range.
This is not going to go well. Going uphill in division. Good job, Coral. That's smart. Good play, buddy.
And they're making sure the vision game is alright. Dire still have this obs here. That's not an obs.
Yep.
There it is. There's the obs.
Alright, Badger. What is the next objective the Radiant should take?
They should go for this middle tier 2 tower. And they already have the outpost. They have the middle tier 2 tower.
So, you see how this bottom lane's pushing in now?
It's bad.
There's an easy fix for this. You don't go in TP to this lane. You take the triangle and you cut a couple waves first. And then you take the tier 2 tower mid. So you don't give up this objective, but you protect your tier 2 bottom. So they should, if this was a pro team, they would have probably taken over the triangle, cut a couple waves. But instead you're forced now to TP. And now, because this Pudge is TP'd, this mid push is actually much weaker.
It's already done. Bottom lane, they will try to kill a Pudge instead, though silence is there, and they actually will kill the Pudge. But in come Radiant, in come Tiny Combo there on... Ooh, God. The Sunny got that she's still alive. Good Sunray there from Chupacabra trying to TP. Can he play in time? He will! Now, in comes Supernova.
Get him, boys.
He will die for that one, but... If you're Phoenix, that's a fantastic life by Phoenix. You save Sonigon, and that's a worthwhile trade.
The tactile feed.
Like if you save Sonigon like that, and that is a mission accomplished moment right there.
Oh, totally. Yes, yes. Bring out the banner. Get that cruise ship. Wait, the army carrier. You know the imagery I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, fun fact. I don't have a visual imagination. I belong to a subgroup of humans who don't have the trait of visualization.
Do you have aphantasia?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, good. You know it.
Yeah, that's never a fun time.
It's actually totally fine. There's no functional difference other than, well, I can get into it later. It's not that bad. It's just like having a different layer in Photoshop. I still know it's there.
Okay, top lane Pudge actually has been saved by Cookie.
He's tanky. He's been saved by Flesh Heap and all these kills he's gotten.
He's been involved in so they're sending Pudge back in on the Cello Mellow. But he blinks away. In comes Tiny Combo. Down goes Cello. They head the whole city. He's trying to TP. Is there a cancel? No, there's not. They could not get out of the way hook.
Fury. Yeah, deserve those tips.
This is still very good right now for the side of Team Syke.
Yep, still in throw potential though. Still in throw potential. Oh,
they
Drow.
did
Drow about to get fucked up.
Aegis is now gone though, so now Flying Nightmare needs to be a little bit more careful.
True.
Just not have that happy safety blank that is the Aegis of the Immortal.
Just thinking about this, I don't think this Halberd is a good pick when you're this far ahead. I think the Satanic would be much better. The Satanic would dispel Gust, it would dispel Decrepify. Nice hook attempt.
Yeah, it was a little bit off the mark there, but you know, every time you attempt that, you make them play a little more scared, and the more scared they're playing, the better your team can farm.
Creepy guy in the bushes throwing hooks at you.
That is like the exact sort of guy your parents told you to avoid with stranger danger. You know.
That's true.
This is the man in a windowless light van.
That actually does really fit Pudge. Like you'd think that's probably the car he drives. He probably has like 18 different like McDonald's containers, just like scattered around.
He's got some of those like SpongeBob ice cream wrappers or something.
A couple Band-Aids, like already used Band-Aids.
That wouldn't shock me. I mean, he's got to get all that flesh from somewhere, right?
Whoa. But yeah, this looks like a good Satanic game from the Huskar here.
He's instead though opting for the BKB, so he's on the team BKB right now. I mean, it seems like a lot of heroes are buying BKB.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Hopefully follows up with Satanic. I'm saying instead of this Halberd. He's forced into BKB now. It's like too late in the game to go Satanic BKB. But instead of this Halberd, it's like this Drow's not hitting anybody. This Drow has like no farm.
I'm sure eventually Drow will start hitting somebody.
Yeah. When the game's over, because you built Satanic. Uh-oh, top lane.
Yeah, whole city is in danger. They send in the Pudge.
Aeon Disc proc that shit first.
Alright, in comes anything. Okay, there's this member. They will now find this man. They're TPing in the Shadow level, but it will not matter. Who's
really good
TP to cancel there?
Really good execution. Waiting for the status resist of the Aeon Disc to end. Beautiful play.
Okay, if you begin Dismember at the tail end of the Aeon Disc buff, does it like reduce all of it or only the parts under the Aeon Disc buff?
It'll reduce all of it. Like while the status resist is active, that's what's gonna modify the CC.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you it doesn't matter if it ends in the middle of it. You have to get it all the way at the end. Okay.
Yeah, it's when you cast Dismember. Is it gonna be during the Aeon Disc buff, the status resistance?
I didn't know how exactly it was calculated in that sense.
Yeah, so you could have like 0.1 millisecond remaining on the Aeon Disc buff, and then that would still have the shortened duration Dismember.
They're still searching for hooks. They're once again getting close. Okay, Dire, they're desperate. They're smoking. They're headed towards, well, Wyvern, I guess. Pudge, though, is...
Not the person you want to run into. This guy's really quick on his blinks.
He is. They might go for him anyways. Impale is
there. The BKB?
Is there. He will not BKB, actually. At least not quite yet. He's simply walking away. Alright, he'll now go down. His team's going to let him die. He's actually so incredibly tanky, but it does not matter in the very end.
That was really fun.
Yeah, they...
You can just imagine that guy saying, "Ooh, it tickles," all the way to his death.
That's when you start spamming the space created chat line, like, yes, space created, space created, space created.
Space created. Actually, his team didn't really do anything with space. They just kind of like walked back with him. So, negative space.
Space was not utilized properly. That's not on Pudge. That's the team's fault.
Yeah. We've been at this 7k gold lead for a while now. We do have this Huskar BKB, so the Radiant really have to make a committed move to like ending this game right now. And I am quite scared for the Radiant. They are going to get this Roshan, but this is where Polar Ass excels as a team. They do excel as a team playing from behind. They do lose lanes often, in my opinion, but they know how to like come back. They know how to play as 5. They know how to shove lanes. They play really like well executed Dota. So we'll see now.
All right, then that
Shard,
is.
I think, goes
Yeah,
to
it went to
Snap.
the Snapfire. They put the cheese on the Tiny, the Aegis on the Huskar, and they put the Shard on the Snapfire. This is probably the best chance to win this game right now. This is where they're going to be the strongest relative to the Dire. So it's a running at Chelamello perhaps. They find him. Is there a dust? Yes, there is. Cookie misses Chelamello, but he should eventually go down. And December is there. Down goes Nyx. But
It's a big
Radiance,
deal.
they're searching for more. They blinked in on the Tiny, but they could not find anybody. But they might
Yeah.
just run it into the high ground top or mid lane, I should say.
This is the true test. Will they have the stamina, the mental fortitude to stay pushing high ground, or are they going to respond to this Drow split push bottom? Make or break moment here.
The Drow is not that high on damage. She will get the tier 2 tower. That's a sacrifice that you will accept. The tower is very low middle lane. Life break is used. They will remove the decrep debuff on Flying Nightmare, and well, they run it down again. In comes Dismember. Their mind is they use it onto Filski instead. In comes Supernova. In comes Morpheus. Filski is low key. BKBs. He's on the run. BKB from Pudge as well. Sonigot is hitting this man. Pudge might just maybe he's been hit by Cold Embrace and the Cookie, but eventually he'll die here. I'm assuming he does. And Radiant may just accept, hey, we got the tower. Pudge is dead. Let's let him respawn. Let's reset. We brought them all back to their base too. So
Not bad. Please cut bottom. That's what I want to see Fury do. I want him to see this cut this bottom lane, and no, it runs away from it.
and instead they're headed towards what is a Chelamello. But they don't see him. They have the Sentry. Impale's there on 2. It's fantastic now. In comes the Die. In comes the Decrep. In comes the Winter Curse. So it's on to Nyx. Life Drain is there. Down goes the Phoenix. And now Dire are looking for anything. They find the Wyvern, but they want more. They find Victor as well. They move to Fury. Fury is in danger, but so is the entire Dire team. Flying Nightmare. But Fury is dead. Now Flying Nightmare is alone. He has the Aegis, but he cannot kill everybody, it appears. He's trying to go with Filski, but there's too many defensive tools. Filski is low, whole city is low, but they will go for him again. Impale is up in 2. He has no escape, it appears. Yeah, there goes the life drain. In comes the Impale. In comes the Infernal Blade. Down goes Flying Nightmare. And, well, you're mentioning for a long time being in throw territory, and apparently they did not navigate out of throw territory in time.
Oh, they're still in throw territory. It's unfortunate to see.
This game is suddenly a hell of a lot harder for Team Syke.
Much harder. High ground execution is quite challenging. It's one of the hardest parts of Dota, and if you're really not intentful about it, this is what's going to happen. You know, Team Syke has like next time they go high ground, next time they're in a game, they need to execute better. They need to have like a strategic approach to it instead of just kind of like blinking in on the Pudge. Unfortunate to see, but not necessarily surprising.
At this point, if you're Radiance, you may have thrown what is the easiest to execute high ground opportunity, at least for a very long time. What do you do to start putting the ship back on track if we're going to use more nautical references?
The show must go on if we're using the magician references this time, right?
Regardless, though, what the hell does Radiant do to actually start winning this Dota game again?
Yeah, so the next on the map, holy shit. Oh my god. So first off, his nullifier is going to be quite a good item. Probably the Pudge should pick up the nullifier. These Aeon discs are like doing work. They're doing a pretty good job. So we need to itemize for 2 things. We need to itemize for high ground, and we need to itemize against this nullifier. And then in terms of execution, they need to split the map. Or sorry, they need to prevent this split push from happening. So that means they need to occupy the enemy triangle. I don't think they're going to do that. I have not seen any indication that they believe in occupying the enemy triangle. If you take over the triangle, you can cut 2 waves. You can just sit there, and they can't split push anymore. So those are the 2 elements. Very easy on paper, hard to do in real time.
Apparently, whole city is having a temporary
Big boy
difficulty.
poo break. Running down my pant leg.
I think he's fucking with us in this one, but I want to believe it. It's funnier if it's true.
This whole city seemed like the kind of person to poop himself.
Yeah. I think you would actually. Like
That's what we've been
I'm
saying,
pretty
dude.
sure. I know sometimes like these stacks that are really filming each other like to mess around, like oh he's shat in his gamer chair type stuff, but it's Whole City would do that.
I believe it. I believe he could have just eaten Taco Bell. It could have ran through him, just like I can't think of a nautical
I don't
reference
know
for
if like
running third.
I'm not sure if like the Taco Bell near you guys, where everyone else is, like this gives everyone like this major stomach issues. My Taco Bell, I don't think it's ever given me specific stomach issues.
Maybe you're a hardened veteran.
It's not that I am like I don't do well with curry. I don't do well with my local Wendy's either. I mean, it's not like I'm just like some kind of like iron stomached man, but never had specific Taco Bell problems.
Yeah, neither have I've never understood it, but it is a funny joke.
Maybe it's like every Taco Bell for these people is just like in like the worst area possible, and the crew does not clearly give a shit, and it's like undercooked or overcooked food is causing issues. But
Yeah, I mean, okay, that was a pretty fast poop. There's no way it was poop.
it was like what 2.5 minutes maybe. Actually, not even.
No.
I'm on a 2 minute delay, and I'm not paused on my end, so it was less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, dude, there's no chance.
That was like just under 2 minutes actually. So.
Do you have any like really good food, like restaurants near you that you're excited that are going to be opening up soon?
Everywhere that's been worth going to has been open for at least like 3-4
Like
months.
walk in, dine in, or just pick up?
Pickup's been open basically the entire time.
Yeah, the entire time,
Even
yeah.
dine-in's been. We've had
Oh,
a
really?
dine-in with masks for like I don't know how many months now. We've had like normal dining for the last like 2 or 3 months.
Huh? Huh? That no, you can't. You have to eat with your mask off. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you put it on when you come in, and then you take it off when you at the table. Now you're not even required to do that anymore. And
Which not to get political, is it a Republican or a Democratic state?
I live in a very, very, very blue state.
I don't, is blue Republican or Democrat?
Democrat. My state went Democrat in like the last like 12
Gotcha.
political elections.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So it's not like it's some like deep red Bible bumping state. No, it's Connecticut's one of like the notorious big government states.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I mean Canada, so can't really.
That's usually a good
I don't
sign.
know the
When
political state.
Connecticut gives up on regulations, it's like yeah, it's time to give it up.
That's funny.
It's
So,
time to
no,
go back to normal.
yeah, we I think have just had indoor dining available like last week or some shit.
Jesus,
Yeah, dude.
you've been
Trying
doing
to
it.
save lives out here. What the fuck you need to go out to eat for?
I don't know, food, man. Food's great. You ever have a cheeseburger?
Having your grandma not die. That's
You tell her to stay home. You bring her takeout.
yeah, fuck off, grandma.
Just leave in the doors. Like, here's your dinner. Goodbye.
It's funny. And, yeah, here's your. I won't see you for 2 weeks because I wanted to go out.
That's the American way.
Yes, you're not your own grandma.
What a radiant.
Okay. We got an Aether lens on the Winter Wyvern.
Huh.
We got Tiny going this right-click build. We got Pudge carrying his team.
Radiant are trying, but now they're being gone on by Filsky. In comes Sunray. They want to get Victor. Victor is in severe danger. In comes
the
the
pipe, he's fine.
though from long range, and they eat
Oh,
the
and
man. He's actually fine.
nice.
That's a fantastic
Oh, he
save
got
there
burped
for
up.
Pudge.
I did not know it had that sound effect. Did you hear that?
I heard that. I've casted enough Arcturus Pudge. I've seen it.
He belches. That's cool.
I expect nothing less from Pudge.
Yeah, dude. I'm on board. We also have a Daedalus on Drow, which is a very high DPS item. Doesn't synergize with Drow's marksmanship, plus agility trait, but I do like the Daedalus pickup. Probably the single most damaging item.
And they want to get Phoenix. They just is popping out. In comes Supernova. Actually,
well,
might just
sure.
kill her. Down goes Phoenix. They have to come get multi-shot.
worked.
Radiant are trying to fight, though. Filsky has a Doom there onto Wyvern, so it'll be the Winter's Curse for now, but in comes up Tiny, once again being tossed in by Victor. Down goes Filsky. They move to Sonic God. Sonic God has BKB, but it's ending soon.
Ooh, hull.
Oh, Sonic God's very low. Look, he'll get saved by Hull City. He'll be fine.
That was phenomenal. And this is 2 cores with no buyback, Drow without BKB.
And they have December
You
as
only got
well
it.
onto Hull City. Can they kill
Oh
that
my
man?
God.
In comes Tiny Combo. Down goes Hull City. Luckily for Full OS, he does have buyback, but Radiant are.
Yep.
They are resilient right now.
You're doing great. And this is a low cooldown team. What they don't really have that much that is on cooldown now.
Alright, in comes once again toss onto Whole City, but Whole City is fine for now. Avalanche is used now. Huskar
Tiny's
is
not
low.
fine.
Tiny is low. He's TPing, but he ends up dying. Winter's Curse is there, but it's only on Drow. Now Dire are pursuing. They move to Flying Nightmare. Flying Nightmare needs to run. Victor sends him to safety, and well, he may have died for that save, but you know what? Sometimes you give yourself for the team. Down goes Victor. And well, Dire, it was a little bit costly. They lost a tower, they lost a Whole City buyback, but they did defend.
They did defend indeed. I'm quite surprised at that result. No Doom, no Phoenix, Drow at like 20% HP, and they barely damaged the Rex.
It's one of those things where Dire, they're getting the fight really well, even though they are down some very important teams, team fight tools.
This is a long Roshan timer.
That is very unlucky for the side of Polar Assets, and nearly a maximum respawn window on that one.
So quite convenient. Team Syke, Gavin's on their side today. Praise Gavin.
Alright, let's see here. Dire are running down the middle lane, though middle lane their wave might just be dead. It's very injured at least.
What's a toast?
Oh, it's like one of those like those little stats man pop-ups. Like if you go into
Yeah.
you just like go put a little image in where it's like, hey, I don't know, Pudge.
Cool.
You could do like that. See?
Oh, you got the image too? That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Oh, that's awesome.
It's a little like rudimentary statsman tool. It's pretty cool. Radiant though are smoked. As 5, they're headed towards the Roshan pit area. Dire even scan it. So Dire think Radiant are in there, but Radiant are definitely not in there. But now Dire also know the Radiant are no longer in there, so they must back away to the Tri-Camp. Good old
Man, I
Dota
found
2.
my win probability graph.
But they
That's my issue.
found Whole City instead with the Neon Disc pop. In comes Supernova. They want to fight now. They move to the Supernova, but it's not dead in time. It is dead in time. Now the member is there. Down goes Whole City. Whole City dead for 2 minutes. No buyback.
That's a dieback. You know what? I actually have a feeling that Polar Ass is going to take this bottom racks before Team Syke does anything.
There's no way, right? Right.
No way.
I don't want to believe that's going to happen. That'd be so sad for Team's sake. These waves, though. I mean, you mentioned the bottom one, but also top one is sizable.
Uh-oh.
They're de-pushing it now, but now bottom, in comes the wave. It's on the high ground, quite literally.
Yeah. Let's see.
We see Sonic Eyes is lurking there, waiting
Yeah.
for the right opportunity.
Sonic God is a little scared. I mean, he does see the Radiant from this Ob's ward in the top jungle.
And
Sonic God
Shellow's
definitely
there.
he's
Okay.
threatening it.
They're
Yeah, this tower's dead.
there.
I'm pretty sure this tower's dead.
Oh, Hook was barely missed once again middle lane. That would have been a huge Hook to hit on Chupacabras.
Alright, I'm gonna be on bot tower duty.
Race is hitting it. Top, though. They are headed now to the racks. Fury, Nightmare, Victor, all hitting. The tower, it's not long for life. Bottom one is fine. It's still about half HP. Sonic God has left the base. Now they move to the range racks top lane.
Oh my god, what are you doing, buddy? Get in here. Smack this
God,
tower.
He does not see the Pudge.
Doesn't see the
The
Pudge.
Pudge scares him. And now, well, the racks top, they're all dead.
Ooh, the
and,
Pudge
well,
is TPing.
Here comes the Pudge. Dismember now is there on Sonic God. Cello cancels
Cello.
the Sonic God is in severe danger. He needs to run. Cello, though, appears to be giving his life, but can't Sonic God TP. Is there Winter's Curse? If there's anything, there's an avalanche. Oh, Sonic God is so dead. Cello Mellow is dead. Sonic God is dead. And it's
It's a
absolute
disaster.
Yeah, it's an absolute disaster for the side.
An abracadabra. Hocus pocus.
I can now make the Drow Ranger disappear.
Drow
dead.
Ranger, won't you please enter this closet?
That's
I
not
will.
good.
And then Drow Ranger teleports into the fountain.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to buy back if Radiant forces a high ground middle lane, and
It reminds me of the
forcing a high ground middle lane.
Prestige. You know the Prestige? The Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman movie?
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Christopher Nolan?
I don't think I had the chance, no.
Okay. Alright. Well, it's a good movie. Like,
Like,
it's worth seeing.
I remember every movie I've ever watched has Christian Bale in it, and I have not watched that one, so.
Okay, what Christian Bale movies have you seen?
I'm a huge American Psycho fan. That's a fantastic movie.
American Psycho, great. Yeah, have you read the books?
I
Or
have
the
not
book?
yet, but it's on the wish list someday. Once
Okay,
I
cool.
ever get time in my life. See,
Right,
Flying
so American
Nightmare.
Psycho, probably the Batmans you've seen,
Oh, absolutely. Seen a number
right?
of Batmans.
The Mechanic.
I don't think I've seen The Mechanic. I
Okay,
would remember that.
all right. We also got that boxing movie. I didn't see that one. Where he's the boxer.
I have not seen that either.
All right. What about the one where he's like in a Japanese internment camp as like the only white dude? So he this is like when he's 14. He's a child.
All right, middle name they go on to Phoenix. He's name on this, but the dive
Oh,
was canceled by the cookie.
that was beautiful.
Like you say that movie description, I think of Bridge over the River Kwai, but it's obviously not that.
Yeah, I don't
Very,
think
very
it's-
obviously not that. I don't think I've seen it.
I just remember memeing about it because it has like the worst soundtrack of any movie. Like it's like a whistle. It's like basically the soundtrack. It's so stupid.
Dear God. All right, this is high ground time for Polar Ass. It is.
Pudge has an E-blade now.
Dear God, he's so
Holy.
farmed. This is the most important high ground defense of the game, though. Flying Nightmare is hitting, but in comes his member. It's there.
Pudge blinks
Drow
again.
Ranger. BKB is there, though, and now in comes Nightmare out the whole city. Down goes Sonigod. Sonigod buys back. Supernova is there. Can they kill it? It appears to be no. We're seeing Filsky in the back lines to cancel out the Murder's Kisses. Now we're seeing down Ghost Pudge. Huskar has Aegis. They will pop it. But Dire are still trying to defend. There's a gem on the ground. Grabbed by Cello. Now the silence there on Fire, but he BKBs it off. Now moves to Sonigod. Sonigod already bought back, but he was decap. Now in comes the. Oh, it's a huge Winter's Curse. A huge toss in by Victor there with the Aghanims on Snapfire. Which is stunned there on Flying Nightmare. Can he survive? He cannot get off in time. Cold Embrace is there. Beans gets the standing off. Can he get off in time? Yes, he can. Life Break is there. It's on Sonigod, but in comes the decrep once again. Impale is there on Huskar. Huskar is trying to stop. Huskar will go down. In Dire, they're defending. Decrep's there on Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern will go down. And, well, Filsky is pursuing as well. Will not find anything he wants, but the Mothermax middle lane are defended.
So at this rate, every Roche we're getting a single barrack.
We're gonna be here a while then.
What's a single version of barracks?
It's the barrack.
It's still barracks, right?
It's be a barrack, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I don't think so. I think you're wrong. I think it's a barracks. Like it's
Is it?
yeah.
I feel like it'd be
That's
like functionally a barracks, but building-wise a barrack. But
Yeah, it's
I'm
like a
not
moose.
entirely sure.
Moose and meese, you know?
I'm not
One of those words.
I'm not like an etymological expert in that sense. I'm sure I have something to look up later.
I mean, you did just say etymological, so I think that actually makes you one.
That's like a catch-22, right? I just can't say
Yeah.
that word then.
You should have said, "I don't speak words so good." Then we would have
would,
believed you, Badger.
that would endanger my future play prospects. I don't say words too good. Isn't your
smacky,
whole job
smacky.
to say words?
Uh-oh. Pudge just eats hoodwink. Wait, Sapphire. Oh, we talked about tier 4 items. Trickster Cloak coming out on Snap. I love that item. It's so freaking awesome. Spell Prism on Tiny. The Leveler as well.
He's got
Okay,
both items ready
so
to go.
here is the problem with Team Syke. They don't understand who is supposed to hit the towers. On your team, you have a hero that does like how much more damage does it do to fucking wait, does trees do more damage to towers?
I don't think it does anymore.
Oh, well, whatever.
Maybe it
Fuck.
used to,
Tiny has to go up and hit this tower. That's what I'm saying. Tiny has to go up and hit this tower. Put Aegis on Tiny. Huskar doesn't die anyways. Why are you putting Aegis on this stupid hero? Put it on Tiny. Go up and smack the tower. Then you'd win the game.
Well, speaking of winning the game, they will pop the end disc on Chupacabra. Is there more stuns? Hell yes, there is. Cookie Dough was missed. In comes Hook, but down goes the Phoenix. He
Nice.
has no buyback. Dead for a minute and a half. It's a huge window.
Are we gonna get another Rex, or are we gonna wait for Roach?
Oh, they want the racks, damn it. And they have a call
And he
toss
goes
onto
up the
whole
toss
city.
back.
Oh, whole city blinks
Blink
away.
out.
And Disc is once again popped. Now Flying Nightmare. He's hexed. In comes Wilsky. Doom there. Unviable. In comes Member. There in whole city. Andis was popped. But there's no follow-up damage. In comes Murmur's Kisses. Can they hit whole city? No, they cannot. No, they cannot. The Life Drain comes in. Whole city goes down. He has buyback. He will buyback. Flying Nightmare though, Satanics with BKB. He's trying to turn, but Cello Noble is very tanky. Flying Nightmare tries to TP. Can he get away in time? No, he will not. He will get hexed. He will go down. And Radiance.
And
They don't get the rack somehow.
Team Syke keeps reaching into their magical top hat, and they just can't pull out a win.
It's like they're looking for like a dove or a rabbit or something. They're just finding Flying Nightmare dead for 85 seconds. No wrecks.
Finding pieces of poop from the dead animals.
It's like, oh god, this is a carcass. I don't want this. I want these barracks, middle or something, or a dove or rabbits.
Even that barrack.
I'm getting 2 heroes currently on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Our teleport spell is backfired. We are now in the grave for far too.
Let's go try this magic illusion. Drow double damage. Uh-oh. Drow's going rapier next. Drow feels so fucking strong. To go rapier when you're 17k behind, it normally is like, you know, this big deal. It's a bot lane.
Yeah, Victor is being gone on. Filsky is there. Andisk is popped, but Victor will try to survive. Can he blink? No, he cannot in time. And now, Silence was missed. But Victor should go down.
The opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, that did kind of save your middle barracks. You have buyback. That's a good move.
Now whole city's actually alone for now, but they will not be able to find him.
Oh, he's sneaking around. He's being sneaky. Hull with the boots of speed in his inventory while having tranquil boots.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, you do have 2 feet. Pugna is a bipedal hero.
You see in the description of the item, it says boots. It implies more than one boot already in the tranquil boots.
Dude, look at this! Look at this whole cosmetic. Looks wonderful.
On Pugna?
Yeah. It's like a turban.
He's some real Lord of Nether shit right now, but middle lane, something is happening, right? Eventually, possibly. Is he Flying Nightmare? Perhaps I don't want to go on Flying Nightmare. Dyer's like, hey, we're running at them. Then they realize, wait a minute, we don't want to be here. This is actually really bad for us. And Sonic got his rapier money. He can buy it if he wants to buy it.
Will he go rapier? Will he go rapier? No way.
I hope he does. I love seeing rapiers.
He's doing it. No, he's not.
Oh, come on, Sonic God, do it. Do it. Play to win.
Jebaited. Why did he run back by the secret shop like that? That was a tease.
You have 7,000 matchmaking rating. Use all with my career hero right here. Go into the shop and then buy a relic and buy a demon edge. It'll be fun.
Yeah, or demon edge relic if that's the order you want. Whatever makes you feel happy, Sonic.
Maybe he's like rapier buyback, but if you have rapier, you don't need buyback. You just don't die.
If you have rapier, you need another rapier and a buyback. So he needs 15k gold. Oh, Snapfire with the Aeon Disc now?
Yeah, I mean,
Aeon Disc gaming.
A good patch for Aeon Disc. You know, everyone's
yeah, very good.
Everyone's
nobody buys the Nullifier. Like, what's wrong with the Nullifier?
Because Nullifier's not good. Like, you apply Nullifier, right? But then Aeon Disc purges off Nullifier.
I thought Nullifier purges Aeon Disc.
No, I mean, Nullifier purges Aeon Disc, but Aeon Disc also purges Nullifier. So you need to apply the Nullifier after Aeon Disc. The thing is, Aeon Disc will purge shit and allow you to use like a BKB or another defensive tool.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I know. That's why. I was ranting in Lad's Discord the other night about Nullifier being bad.
Yeah.
I literally did it to counter. It was like a Necro with Aeon Disc, and I said no counterplays. I need to Nullify to get rid of the Ghost Shroud. But then when I did that, there was an Aeon Disc.
True.
I did not have fun that night.
Nope. Just like your audience isn't having fun now.
They're just waiting for action. It's no kills for how long straight now?
I don't know, dude.
There was a kill on Victor recently, but other than that, it's been a while. We're vamping.
Yeah, but, we do have the Sacred Relic in the inventory of Drow.
She's really thinking about it.
Really thinking about it.
She's actually doing buyback rapier. That's the only explanation as to why she would have this relic but not have it finished. Because there's no way she's going to nullify this game.
Yeah, no way.
She's waiting for that buyback. She's what, 1,200 away, right? Not even that much away now. 1,000 away. So we're getting to that point where it will be Sonic God with the rapier, and well, apparently 13k gold lead might not matter if Sonic God just does not die with the rapier.
That's true. I mean, maybe Winter's Curse on an ally near Drow. Maybe it's actually the Radiance Rapier.
Oh god. Surprised he's not selling his Wraith Band. I know Sonic God. Sonic God does not sell his items. Ever.
Oh, they did. He literally just did, as you said.
He just did it. I noticed there was a game, I was watching one of his pub games. He just didn't sell Armlet, and because he didn't sell Armlet, he didn't have buyback.
Oh, that's rough.
I was so sad.
That's funny. I mean, I oftentimes have my inventory with like magic stick and like a 1 out of 6 like raindrops. Sometimes annoying. And right now you're actually seeing the Radiant advantage here, just being able to take Roche because this the lane state is, just favoring the Radiant to own Roshan
Oh,
Pit.
they're gonna lose Pudge here. Hex is
That
there.
is totally worth
Pudge.
it. Totally worth it.
He's lose the
Go
gem
die,
as well,
Pudge.
actually.
It's fine. It's worth. Holy shit!
Alright, Sonic
Drow does have the rapier.
She has the rapier, which is a lot of
We
damage.
saw that. We saw that.
It is a trade, though. Aegis, Cheese,
Right.
and Refresher Shard, as well as Aghanim Blessing. They all go to the Radiants.
Holy shit.
They grab the
So-
upgraded Arctic Burn on Coral, which is...
Okay.
I guess all the other heroes already have Aghanims, other than Pudge, so it's got to go to somebody, but... I think I don't have it on Pudge.
I guess. I mean, it's not bad. It's not so bad on this Joe Wyvern.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it's only that one in the Pudge Axe. I guess neither are that great left, so you gotta get to somebody. But more importantly, she gets the Refresher Shard, which is actually a big deal for her.
Yeah, but I don't think Coral has used the ultimate terribly well, so I'm kind of afraid of like 2 ultimates. Like, I don't know how likely it is that Coral's gonna hit both of those. It's been a hard game for this Winter Wyvern ult.
Hypothetically, she can curse one target.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, here we go. They find Nightmare middle lane, perhaps. He still has Aegis.
Oh,
See, they want to find a better target, but they could not find it in time.
fascinating.
And now we're seeing Victor just, he's chilling. He's in the enemy jungle farming.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe Victor should think about going right click. Like, you really do need to scale. I mean, the Tiny actually, now that they have Ag's tree volley, maybe things will go a little bit differently.
He's
I'm not sure what
he's
the rating
starting to go
after
right click damage. Like he has the Little Shredder uses attack damage talent and the 3 times Little Shredder multi-shot
Ooh.
talent. They
Poking
find
top.
whole city. Scatterblast is there. In comes Silky Andis is popped. Is there a hook? There is! Dismember is there. Whole city goes down dead for
Buyback.
125.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Never
Because-
mind. He's got buyback up in 5 seconds.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he does.
What a timely death.
It's extremely timely, actually.
Tree volley, Tiny's bottom, so this is a 5v4 right now.
Middle lane though, oh, it's a huge hook on
Oh,
Sonic.
that's
God,
Rapier.
he's life drained. The rapier goes down. It's a disaster. The Phoenix
Who's the
Rapier's
Pick
on
up
the
the rapier.
ground.
Pick up the
Who's in the
rapier.
rapier? Huskar is stunned. He's Lotus. Cello crafts the
Mix.
rapier. Now Filsky comes in, has a doom on Wyvern. Wyvern has been saved by Victor though. Victor will toss this man away, perhaps. Now I Pudge saved him. Now Filsky's trying to fight. He's down to half HP. He's being hit by Huskar. In comes hook on Sonic once again. It'll be a dive. If he dies, he Minotaur horns. Radiant. They're trading. Is there Winter's Curse? It's there. On 3. Cello. Dead. Now, it's absolute. The second Winter's Curse is there. Doom is very low.
Dieback
Sonic
on
goes down.
Drow.
Dieback on him. Life Break is there. Down goes the Phoenix. Down goes Filsky. Down goes whole city. Very soon the rate is going. He flickers. He's trying to survive, but he will not survive. And for Team Syke, they may have finally done it. There's still 2 defenders, but the defense is getting quite hard.
All of a sudden, it's a 48k gold lead.
Unless somehow Cello can defend this in the GG's call.
Gee. What a game.
Yes.
What a game.
That was fantastic.
Quite the great ending. I think 2 really clutch hooks. This Pudge like actually shined this game, and a great game from Syke overall, and an unexpected win, but a welcome one.
I mean, they needed this win to stay in the playoff hunts. If they lost this game, they're just straight up dumb. But now they're still in the conversation. They're a long shot for playoffs, but it's still possible. And for Polar Ass,
pulling it out of their hat.
they lost.
Pulling out. Yeah, this was an ace up their sleeve. This draft.
This is just a beautiful game from Team Syke, though. I mean, they just played such fun Dota. I mean, they got a little sloppy and a couple of high ground pushes, but other than that, they played a very good Dota game, and it's beautiful.
Fury going 14-2. That's a standout score.
That's the exact score you want. But somehow he's only 3rd in net worth on his team. I mean, I mean, Flying Nightmare has 31k net worth. Victor has 33k net worth.
Yeah,
This
Victor
is
was
crazy.
farming. Victor was farming.
He's the Rapier, actually. That kind of changes things.
Oh, gotcha.
But he was still, I mean, obviously, he is still true. He was pushing out a lot of the dead lanes, taking the very dangerous farm. I think he only died like once or twice doing that farm, too, which is...
It's the same CS as Huskar.
Fantastic. Yeah. For Polar Ass, I mean, what lessons are there to learn from that last game?
Don't sleep on your opponent. That's kind of what I think. Like, I think they literally just slept on Team Syke here. I mean, maybe they think that they're trying, but you can tell they're not. Like, they have a winning opener in game 1, and they ignore that entirely, and they pick a Pugna. Like, there's no way that this team believes in Pugna as much as they believe in DK. And if they are trying to win, if like they need to commit, they need to like pick the same shit until we get banned. You know, like just fucking bring it, because you know the good teams know DK's broken. We're not going to let that shit through. So like if that's available in the pool, who cares if Filsky just played it? Pick it again. Like try and stomp this team like he did game 1.
All right, then. If you had to give an MVP for the series, who'd you give it to?
You know, Janano on this. I really liked his Mirana play in that first game, and I think on the Pudge he actually did a lot of work. Like he may not have like hit all the hooks, but I think the gameplay and decisions that he was making, I do think that it won them this game.
All right, then. Do you have any final analysis before I go into my usual outro stick?
Some great games, super fun. Hope everybody had a good time. And Badger, thank you for asking me to cast.
It was fun to have you on. It was a nice little fun 2 hours of my time for sure.
Yeah,
it was
nice little romp through the magician's gamut of phrases.
You know, very. I mean, honestly, game 2 was much more fun than game 1. You know, got actual good Dota 2. So, but do you have any final words, call outs, shouts to say to the people?
Yeah, call outs
and Twitch.tv.
I'm gonna call out Toxic Tacos. You guys need to do better. I'm gonna call out Group B. You guys need to do better. I'm gonna call it Group A. You guys need to do better. And the admins, you guys need to do better too. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so the entire League of Lads has to call out. Everybody but me. Got it.
Casters are doing great.
All right, so it's everybody but the 3 casters who actually cast things regularly. He's getting called out today, including Das, because you are in Group A.
I'm in Group A.
All right.
I mean, I need to do better for sure. I lost a game today. That's awful. It's horrible.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the stream, though. If you enjoyed my casting, contact me. If you want me to cast your games or your tournaments, contact me on the Discord at Badger5713. And as always, have a great night.